Testing, 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 testing audio.
Testing.
Testing.
Yeah, buddy.
Hello, and welcome to the Yacht Club, the weekly show where we talk about all things Star Citizen. Tonight we have some really special guests on the show. We have back again for his second time, Commodore Dad Lando, and to woohoo! Great to see him. It's always a pleasure to have Dad Lando. Dad Lando, how you been?
I've been just peachy. Thank you.
Perfect. And we'll go around the table and we'll find out how everyone's been over the last little while. But to make sure that we find out more about Jared, Mr. Disco Lando, we also have been able to bring on his brother tonight. So, Bro Lando, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, wonderful. So, really we're about having people on the show and talking about the weekly news and sharing in what is this project that we absolutely love. So it's not necessarily about finding out all the dirt on Disco Lando, but we may ask a question or two as we go through the show.
Oh, it is.
In the meanwhile, welcome to the show. What we do here is we go over the latest news, the hottest topics, and we talk about Star Citizen and what's happening in the community, all without spilling our drinks, or at least trying not to. And when we don't have audio issues like today, it's absolutely amazing.
Like the last 2 shows in a row. Thank you very much.
But seriously, who's counting?
Such a high bar. Such a high bar.
Yeah, not a high bar at all.
And when we don't have audio issues, sometimes we have video issues, which was the case for tonight. So, and no pointing fingers. That's just kind of the way these things go. Trust me, on all the shows I've been on, this is par for the course. So, we've got an amazing guest tonight. We've got an amazing guest tonight, and I want to do a couple of prefixes before we run into things. The first thing, if you have questions for us, the panel, or for our guests, please make sure you preface the question with the word question in brackets, either in Twitch chat or via the website link, Ask Us, which is on the www.yachtclubsc.com website. And also, for the next 2 hours, we want you to sit back and relax and just enjoy the show. We do take donations on this show, but everything that comes in goes right back to you in the form of a ship giveaway. And it happens during the show, right when we receive the amount that's put up there. So what we've done is we put up a limit of $250. When we reach that limit, we're going to give away a show. If we somehow blow past it, we'll grab an even better ship to give back, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. Every penny that comes to us goes back to you, except for a little bit that Twitch takes away. And then if you put in $25 or more, you get to rename one of the cast members, and that, of course, includes the guests that we have on the show. So that's a lot of fun. Everyone enjoys that. So now, in order to be able to qualify for the giveaways, there's 3 things you need to do. First thing is you need to be in Twitch and paying attention when the announcement is made, because you only have about 30 seconds or so to reply in chat so that we know that you're actually there and listening. Second thing is you need to be in our Discord. So we'll make sure that we post our Discord link throughout the show so that you can have a chance of getting into the Discord and being there and sharing in an amazing community that's come together to talk about this passionate project that we love so much, and talk about our ships and our yachts and have a good time. Yeah. And the last thing is you just need to be an awesome person. And if you're here, you're being awesome, you're watching a great time, you're with great people, you're with like-minded people. This is like the weekly Bar Citizen that we do every week. And we only do it because you guys are here and we have fun hanging out and talking about what's happening in Star Citizen.
And we have cats.
What's going on. And because of cats.
Oh, my.
All right. So what we normally do before we get into the show is we talk to the panel and we go around and we say, how's everyone been doing, and find out what the story is. So why don't we start with Joran, since he's typing away. Joran, how are you and what are you drinking?
I am doing absolutely fantastically, and I am having some cinnamon orange spice tea. Not quite pumpkin spice, but it's most of the same flavors, so I count it the same. And I'm out of beer actually, and I have an early morning appointment. So I'm not drinking beer this evening.
See, you're fired. Get off the show.
But Fireside isn't all about alcohol. If Doc can speak to that. Our resident
What are you talking about?
Mostly water drinker. Having a great week, and work is taking off extremely well with the new company, and it's all good. What about you, Stim?
Well, things have been going really well. I've created another off-site office that I can work from, because working from home sucks, and I'm not a big fan of it. And so while I wait for visas to get sorted out to move to the U.S., I gotta make do and make sure I'm super productive. So that's what I've been doing. That and I've been on the night crew. I've been on the Fortnightly Frontier. The Daymar Rally was absolutely amazing this last weekend. So it's been, hats off to everybody that came together, including our very own moderator, one of our mods, Vengeance. It's one of our new mods. And then, of course, Corsair for putting that all on. So we'll talk a little bit more about that during the show. But it's been a busy week with a lot of those things going on. Why don't we move on to Shadowkin? How has your week been?
Who?
Shadokin.
I'm
Sorry,
pushing button.
no.
Bastard. Busy. Obviously busy. I'm having Dark Rye Manhattan, which is fantastic.
Nice.
So there's actually a Mega Hatton, because it's 2 Manhattans in one glass, so I don't have to get up. It's been pretty crazy. I got one of my new favorite shirts on, Calvin Hobbes. It's kind of awesome. So I'm feeling pretty good. Busy day. So how about you, Doc? Is it more eloquent de water?
No, I've got the last of the tequila mixed with the last of the vodka mixed with a splash of limeade.
Limeade.
Wow.
Ooh, there you go.
That's interesting.
That is
A limeade to
definitely
bring
interesting.
it home.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
Something had
going.
to tie it
That's going a
together.
little Drake, right? Just to tie it together.
yeah, something's got to tie it together.
You had some origin with some misk, and then
Nice.
okay. So jumping onto our 2 guests, why don't we? Because he's the ethereal voice that's hovering from above. Why don't we say hi quickly and say, Bro Lando, how's your week been? And welcome to the show. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I'm just drinking water because I'm on a diet.
Oh, well, you can
Nicely
have scotch on
done.
a diet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just a
take
little
booze
note
on my
there.
diet.
Yeah, I know.
Probably better to drink water, but
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm really trying to quit soda. Soda's my vice.
oh, good.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So
Trying to get rid of that.
Don't switch to juice, because that's just
Yeah,
You're just
I only
a
drink
total
soda with
fallacy.
rum in it. Yeah.
No, but I'm doing good. Thanks for having me here. I'm looking
Pleasure.
forward to it. I just waved at my non-existent working camera, so that was stupid. But
We saw you,
To the
don't worry.
Sublord Styles.
Hey, Lord Styles is here. He's up very, very early. Welcome. And we saw
Nice
you.
one. Thanks to the sub,
We
Lord
feel
Styles.
you in
Right on, buddy. Hype is
yeah.
on.
We feel you in the camera there.
So, Commodore Dad Lando, how have you been? It's been quite some time since we had you on the show. We had an amazing show last time you were on. It was the Stack Up charity giveaway, charity show that we did. We raised $1,500 for charity that night. We gave away a couple of ships as well. What did we give away? Was that the night we gave away the 890?
No, that was with
No, that's a different night.
drones.
Yeah, that was
yeah, that's
oddly
right.
with Dr. Drones. It was like everyone just showed up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the Dad Lando show was a charity stream.
Yes.
But still,
So
that
not
was
your
awesome.
choice.
I was over 1,000 live,
That was
and then we collected another 500 offline. So it was
Oh,
awesome.
it's amazing.
It was a great. It was a great cause.
And for those of you that haven't had the good fortune of seeing that last show or seeing anything that Dad Lando is in, I'm going to butter him up right now by saying how amazing he is as a guest. He has amazingly quick quips, great stories about Jared, of course, and loving stories. And for everyone, we're joking about getting stories about Jared, but really, this is about. This is about talking about Star Citizen, and any stories that come through, we want to make sure that while they might be embarrassing, they're all in good jest. And we want to have Jared on the show at one point, so we don't want to piss him off. So there's that too.
Well, no, I think he's going to want to come on just to clear his name. so Dad Lando, any ones you got there, but and you too, bro Lando, any ones you got?
I'm going to ruin him.
Yes.
Oops. Dad Lando, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm drinking my favorite mixed drink of water and air. And
Is that the
It's
Perrier?
mixed.
well, this is San
San
Pellegrino. I'm very diverse. France last time, Italy this time.
Nice,
The
nice,
man
nice,
gets
nice.
around.
I find
Except
that
they're both made by
a
the
little-
same
a little
company.
Saltier. than,
But from different regions, clearly.
That was going to be my line, son.
Oh, here we go.
No, but I'm looking forward to talking about that Daymar rally, because I tell you what, it was a phenomenal experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Well, why don't we talk a little bit about it now,
Yeah, let's do it.
if you want to? Yeah.
But you know what? It was the first time I'd ever been involved in anything like that. I'm doing good if I can get two people to fly on the same ship. So this thing,
Not crash.
I was a little, I didn't know how long it was going to be or what we're going to have to do. And when you called me up and said, "Hey, look, can you be a VIP?" And I'm going, "Oh God, what does that entail?" And when you said I just got to, be there and ride on an 890, and I'm going, I can do that. I can really do it. But I'll tell you what, that race just reinforced everything I ever felt about Star Citizen. The people, there were a ton of people involved in this thing.
Yeah.
And being a lifelong project manager, either with the state or private industry or whatever, or with the feds, this thing was put together. The timing was well. When you're playing Star Citizen right now in the beta form, you're playing at a risk anyway. But the thing is, it was so well done and well managed, and the communications, if something went wrong, it was immediately fixed, and people worked. It brought new meaning to the word workaround. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's for sure.
I was just, I was impressed. Shausen, everything he kept me entertained. Really,
He is an
But,
entertaining character.
yeah. And I liked the way, when Lieutenant Dan was. I thought I was going to be escorted or driven by one person, and I ended up being chauffeured by Lieutenant Dan. Was kind of a treat in itself.
Nice.
He's good.
Because he's
guy.
such a great guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But I sat there and watched it, and you talked about the immersement factor. I'm sitting there. I'm standing up now so I can view. I guess we were running out of gas in the 890, so we had to switch. So I'm trying to look over, and I'm watching all these lights down there on the surface, and I found myself getting lost. In the excitement, because you could see these little buggies, with their lights, and the photo ships and the escorts, and I'm going, what an amazing to be alive and to see and to be a part of something as great as this. I can't wait for next year.
Well,
I'm
you know what's
telling you.
really, about that point, because this is the really amazing point, is, I mean, they really don't have any support from Cloud Imperium right now. Could you imagine if they actually got just a little bit of support?
Yeah.
How amazing this could become.
Things like
Somebody's working on that.
dedicated servers.
That's right, buddy.
You know,
That's why I said
that kind of stuff. So we wouldn't be 30Ks. It's amazing. There were now Vengeance might be able to come in and tell us a little bit more. Vengeance, our amazing mod, if he's listening in channel, he knows the stats a lot better than I do on how many countries were involved, how many players were involved. But we had 8 servers at 50.
60.
Well,
was it 60?
at 50 per
50.
server, we had 200. It's at 400. Sorry, it's 400 people involved. In the Daymar Rally. So I don't know how many of those are racers, but there was so many teams racing.
I think Corsair said that like 70 of the 400 are staff, just to make it happen.
Yeah, right.
That
that's
really impressed me. And they've got such an incredible, well-organized, just smooth organization to make that happen across all those.
And from around the world.
right.
I could sum up the Daymar Rally, Star Citizen, everything in one word. Kane.
Absolutely. I totally
I
agree.
wanted to hug that guy.
Oh, you might be able to in Citizen Gun.
I wanted to hug him and say, you know what? You're what everybody wants this game to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
The ability to run your race the way you want to, and everything. I totally agree.
He ran for nearly 70 kilometers before getting shot.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think they seriously should have a foot race next year.
So we should talk a little bit about that. So Vengeance, if you're on, please feel free to pop in. We'd love to hear your account of what happened on that server and how exactly how Kane has earned his hero status.
He is totally in the bathroom right now.
You must be.
No, there he is.
How's it going?
Hey,
Good,
Vengeance.
good. Everybody, welcome. This is Kane. This is not Kane. This is Vengeance. Vengeance, do you want to tell us a little bit what your role was with the Daymar Rally, and then perhaps tell us the story of Kane?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the main Discord moderator over on the Daymar Rally, and for the day, I was the server loader for the second Rover Division. So it was kind of my job to invite all of the participants in and launch them into a server, make it as smooth as possible. But we had a bit of a disadvantage versus some of the other servers. We didn't have a full 50 people, so we weren't able to lock ourselves into a unique server. And so because of that, we had some griefers.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, everything started off pretty smooth. We had a few people that fell into Daymar quicksand initially. They kind of fell through the planet, but we got that resolved pretty quickly. And then we were kind of off, and the rover group were going off. They got about 25 Ks into the race, and I'm in my 890. I'm kind of moving to Eager Flats to act as a waypoint for some people, and all of a sudden, the screen went red, and I was dead, and my 890 was gone. And my security escort, I could kind of see his ship falling out of the sky, and that's when the griefing started.
Yeah.
And about 5 minutes later, we had lost 4 teams. Their vehicles, their support crafts, all of our security were dead.
Really?
And it was,
Wow.
it was down to just Team Diwali and Daedalus Initiative. And Diwali actually did quite well. They managed to avoid the griefers. They got all the way to 17 Ks from Eager Flats, the first checkpoint, before they got taken out. But then, kind of shortly after those first 4 got knocked out, Daedalus Initiative got attacked, but Kane jumped out of the vehicle just shortly before it exploded and managed to avoid getting targeted. and he kind of thought, well, screw it, I'm going to run this on foot, and so he did.
That's awesome.
And so he ran from the 75-kilometer mark, and he eventually ended at 19 kilometers from Eager Flats.
That's amazing.
So
That
close.
is
So close.
Yeah.
Like
it was
hours running.
Yeah, it was. It was literally hours of holding down the W key
That's
think
dedication.
I think there was a point there where he borrowed a pet rock from his daughter to hold the key down so he could give his hand a little rest.
See, that's actually a great story right there.
Yeah.
Um,
Whenever you need sticky keys from Windows, it's never there
Right,
for you.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Just press it like 30 times.
Well, I have these brass dice that I would have done that with.
Yeah. I have a weight that's from the ballast of a Lego.
So
Nice.
Were
Like
the griefers
1994.
were the griefers identified?
they were. I'm going to try and make me remember what they're called now, but I can, if you give me a moment, I can happily stream shame them.
No, we don't.
Yes,
we
I-
don't need
I-
to. We don't need to give them publicity and say their
Yeah,
name.
that's a good point. We don't-
I,
They're losers.
They
So,
are losers, but I think
statistics-
I think that they should be kill on sight for everybody, every Star Citizen, and they probably should be banned for
We
violating
don't
terms of
support
service.
kill on site or kill on site list.
Yeah, we
on
don't
the
care. We
Yacht
drink too
Club.
much.
Are you sure we
I do.
don't?
In game or in real
I do.
life?
Well, since it's against terms of service with CIG, we don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
to have kill on site list? Okay. Then
Yeah.
we don't support
I don't
it.
Let's
have one,
see.
but I think those people probably should be banned for doing that.
Hey,
It
right,
is against
right when
Twitch
Xylo
terms of
shows up.
service.
Yeah, exactly.
Get him, Xylo!
Whoops.
Get
Sorry,
him!
Xylo. But, I mean, stream sniping is against the terms of service for Twitch, and I think there's something about that in the Star Citizen terms of service. But
I mean, there's,
Yeah.
there's an even better way, I guess, if you want to rally behind Kane versus kind of going after the griefers. Is I posted a link in the Twitch chat. There is a petition to have a piece of Daymar Rally named after Kane.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Cane
say that's a
Canyon.
good way to go.
Can we get the link for that, Vengeance, at some point, and we'll
Yeah,
put it up in
Vengeance
chat
at
so
T,
people
we'll
can...
throw it up in there.
it,
Yeah, that's
it is
awesome.
in Twitch chat. He
It's
posted.
in Twitch
Oh,
chat.
very
I'll just,
nice. See, our mods,
Uh,
our mods are actually
you
way
wanna
ahead of
post
us
that
on
in-
the show.
You want to post that in info links in the Discord? That way it can be saved for posterity.
yes, definitely.
Looks like the page we're looking for isn't found.
Maybe somebody.
Was it taken
Maybe it's
down?
been taken down.
Another griefer.
404.
I don't know. It's,
US.
We,
Yeah.
the
as
entire
there, maybe
time,
he can comment.
the entire time we were flying in the Daymar Rally after our 30K, we had a retaliator trailing us because
Oh, that's for me.
Spectre couldn't not
Is that
shoot
you?
his gun
One
off.
second.
No, it's you. Stim's getting a late night slice. Actually, no, it's not very late over there.
So Xylo
Fine
says
time to order
that
pizza.
it is against their terms of service, and there will be action taken if that can be reported to CIG.
Oh, very cool.
Get that info over to Xylo in a PM.
Yeah, it was kind of something. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like Xylo, thanks for joining us. We don't
Kane
know
is
who
a
he is.
badass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kane is a badass. I mean, just for the sake of trying that was pretty awesome. No, I mean, it would be
Anybody-
great to get. What is this?
Anybody
What are you,
want,
the
anybody want some Student Works painting?
painting, the
Thank
last-
you.
Painting is
They're
art.
coming around offering painting, which is very nice of them.
Well, about the whole issue, I mean, it would be. I don't know where SIG stands or CI stands on this, but it would be great if there was some way to offer support. We were kind of talking about that before, but now that Xylo's here, because he always listens to the Silly Boat Show.
Yeah.
They listen to drunk people on the internet.
That's right, especially on the Silly Boat Show.
The best experts.
That's right. Cheers,
Well,
Xylo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
would be awesome
cheers,
to have
Xylo, always.
some monument devoted to Kane.
That would be
somewhere in
super
the
cool.
verse.
Yeah, that would be
That'd be
We
cool.
should have
Yeah.
something.
Made
Him
into
as he's-
lore.
as he's falling
Hopefully,
down with a bullet in the back.
Daymar Rally makes into lore. I think everybody wants it. I think
I'm sure it
there's
will.
already been some kind of mention. I mean, what was it? We were talking about this on the Fortnightly Frontier. Operation Pitchfork made it into lore, and there was one other thing that was community driven that got into lore. And so this is probably the largest community driven event that's going on.
easily.
And so it would be nice to see some kind of recognition of that. I don't think we have to worry about it going away anytime soon. Corsair is so professional the way he organizes these things, the amount of
Oh,
people
yeah.
that have gotten behind the project. So it would be nice. And then on the point of griefers, just very quickly, it's funny because some people see anything that is sort of PvP related as griefing, and other people see um, anything they do as not possibly being able to be griefing. So resting it somewhere in the
Opposite
center.
ends.
Yeah, resting somewhere in the center. One opinion on the show, not the show's opinion, is that griefing, impacting the show so that you're in it, so that there's some sort of event that's fine. But getting to the point where you're chasing down the last runner, that's obviously just trying to make it work and then shutting something down. I think that's going a little bit too far.
That whole situation was pretty extreme. I
Yeah.
think it qualifies.
Yeah. Oh, and Vengeance just got back to us. There's 15 countries involved across all time zones. I mean, Vengeance himself is based in New Zealand, so you can see that we had lots of people in Europe, lots of people in Australia, New Zealand, lots of people in the Americas. So quite amazing.
Well, there aren't really lots of people in New Zealand.
There's a couple. There's a lot of
Don't piss
There's
them
a lot
off,
of
dude.
sheep. There's a lot of sheep.
We have 4.5 million people in New Zealand.
I know, it's less than we say.
Okay, so we only have a couple of hours for the show, and we're running on.
So
on
guys,
less
I'm
time.
sorry right now. The stream donate thing is broken right now, and I'm fixing it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
That explains why that is still 0. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll fix it. Don't worry.
It's a very international community. Actually, like there's over 70 discords around the world for Bar Citizen, and
Just for Bar Citizen, yeah.
yeah, and there's Bar Citizens in South Africa, and New Zealand, and Tokyo, and Hong Kong, and China, and Japan, all over Europe and South America, and all over the U.S. And citizens are everywhere. I mean, it's a space nerds across all boundaries.
Yes.
It's like every race, creed, sex, country. Anybody is a space nerd, and it brings us all together, and we're all equal. It doesn't matter how much money you have, what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you live in. We all love spaceships and space, and we dream of space things, and that's what brings us all together in this incredible dream in this project. And for something like Daymar Rally, where
We will judge you if you drive a
tremendous.
Ford.
So hold on, getting back to something that's a little bit more relevant. So Xylo has mentioned that CIG actually does take action against excessive griefing and stream sniping. So he's happy for people to report names as well as send clips.
We
That's
we
awesome.
caught that part, but the best part was Xylo said, "Hey, Dad, good to see you. It's me, your favorite son."
Oh, perfect.
I wasn't going to interrupt.
I love that.
my son.
Hello, my son.
And I totally agree as well that griefing shouldn't be against the rules, but it is something where it has to be measured, and there can be points of excess. So,
and I've modified my feelings about griefing quite a bit over the past year with various experiences and chats with people on all sides of this, and there's definitely over towards the extreme side, and to me I think a lot of it is intent, and people who are just dead set on just ruining other people's fun is a little different than PvP. There's a lot of PvP out there, and it's all part of what it is, and doesn't qualify, but yeah,
Anyway,
that's definitely out there.
all right. Okay, so why don't we dive into the weekly news and talk about what's happened. So, for those of you who don't know, we cover the week in chronological order. We finished off Wednesday last week with another great show. That was the show that we had Corsair on in anticipation and preparation for the Daymar Rally, and it was a great show. So then the following day, on the 23rd, Thursday, we got Inside Star Citizen: The Sound of Sirens. Do you want to put up that cinema for us?
you don't ever have to say that. I'm already switching to it by the time you're doing it. Just
Awesome.
roll with it,
Okay.
Bob.
Little cue there.
All right.
If we had a live feed of what we were doing, Shadow, we wouldn't.
That's not my fault. I don't make the fucking internet. Sorry.
Why not?
I can't even hear him speaking, and I still feel like he's talking down to me.
You can't hear me? That's not good. I mean, it probably is good, but I'm sorry. Really?
Oh my god.
Why couldn't
Good
you
to see
hear
you,
me?
Fast Card.
Hey, it's Fast Card, buddy. How
I've
you
not seen
doing?
Fast Card around in a long
Yeah,
time.
haven't seen it
Good
in a
to see
while.
him back in the community.
Salut.
Exactly. Right on. Okay, so this episode really was all about the introduction of the Cutlass Red and some of the emerging medical gameplay, which has been really, really fun. I haven't done much of it myself, but just listening to everybody that's been talking about it and how it's evolved a little bit over the patches coming out, and to know that, you know, it's on track for what medical gameplay that we've anticipated for it to be is really great. And at this time of the year, when we get very, very little coming in, generally in past years, we've had very, very little come in January, February, and March. It's been so great to not only get a ship that we've been anticipating for a long time coming into the verse, but also a new gameplay mechanic with it, and having it coming in so seamlessly and having the community be involved. It's been really, really great. Anyone else want to talk about medical gameplay and Inside Star Citizen?
We actually had a pretty fun night on Saturday night on my stream. We got a bunch of folks from the Yacht Club together and did the 890 mission with some Cutlass Reds for respawning. So we like parked right outside of the airlock and get killed, respawn in the Cutlass, and back into the action. It's working really well.
And Dad Lando, what do you think? Have you had a chance to get in the verse with the Cutlass Red?
I'm lucky these days to be in the verse at all. I've been. I got on for a couple of days. Daymar Rally got me going so much that I worked all day trying to get my rig up. I've been used. The short answer to your question is no. Okay.
Okay.
The long answer is I'm still setting up my rig. I think I've got it, although I just had a monitor go out about 10 minutes ago, and I still can't figure out what that is.
Oh, jeez.
No.
We're not healthy for anyone's show. We're really
Well, right. We call it the Yacht Club Corona virus.
Corona.
Don't say corona.
It's a digital virus only.
Oh, God,
Right.
don't say
We've already
that.
got people out there, Googling,
Don't say that.
what is it, Corona beer?
Yeah, right.
I'm going, oh, my God. Oh, my
Hey, thanks
God.
for the follow, Tyre.
Hey. Okay,
Okay.
so hey, you can contact me at any time. More than happy to help
So
out with
sorry
some
about this.
tech issues
Just
as
to
well.
interrupt real quick, is the tip button, the donate button in Twitch has now been fixed. You have to refresh. People have been hounding me about it. It's fixed. Okay, go on.
Refreshing. Perfect. Okay.
It should go to the right place now. Anyway.
You know, we should come up with a bunch of other reasons why they should refresh so that we get extra views. On
Refresh.
Yeah, so come up with a few more.
I don't think it works that way.
I don't think it
Probably
works
not.
that way either.
So Dad Lando, so you haven't had a chance to get into the verse as much as you would like, but you've probably heard a little bit about how it's been going, and of course the exposure from Daymar Rally. What are your impressions of medical gameplay, or even what would you like to see happen with medical gameplay? And does it have a special place for you?
Stem, before I started IDAI, I started a hospital organization. And before I even told Jared I was in Star Citizen, And my intention was, because when I heard about, CR's, thoughts about what he wanted to do with the game, and I thought about, oh, wow, it'd be nice to be on the other end of the gun for a change,
Yeah.
and to run a hospital organization or something like that we could go in and rescue, search and rescue, and that type of thing. For whatever reason, the org didn't work out that well, because at that time I think there was me and one other person for about a year, that wanted to get into a medical org, because the philosophy behind it really hadn't set in. The idea of being able to for instance, in my particular org, where it's a force applications, or you're going to have refueling. You're going to have something, mechanics. You're going to have somebody heal the people that are going to automatically get shot at. So it was a standard thing. It was just something, it was a 1, 2, 3, 4 type thing. If you have this kind of an org, you're going to need medical ships. You're going to need all this other auxiliary outfits to boot. And I think I've been looking forward to it now for a while.
Hey, Pixel, thanks for the donation, buddy.
Hello again, Pixel. He was with us on the ship, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yes,
That's
he
right.
was.
He had the
Yeah.
pleasure to. The link works.
All right.
Thanks, man. Yeah, he had the pleasure of flying with the Dad Lando.
That's
Yeah, well.
so Pixel put in $25. That's a name change, buddy. Nicely done.
He's
Ooh,
probably
you
going to
can
change my name.
I was just looking.
Should.
I guess you can't do anything on your.
You
mobile.
can now. You can now.
You can.
Yeah, you can now. It's been
Yeah, you
fixed.
have to
You just have to
refresh the
refresh.
page.
Yeah, you have to refresh.
I'll look at it.
Yeah.
It's been
But anyway.
broken. Hey, Dalamars, thank you. I was wondering why that thing wasn't working. No, last time you were on, actually, you saw it. We were probably 300-400 in by the first hour. It was unbelievable. Our followers are
Yeah, well, I
crazy.
couldn't do anything. I had to donate after the show was over.
No, we thank you guys. I mean, that charity was. We love doing charity work. It was
Oh.
really great. But sorry, I don't
It's such a
interrupt
great
that whole
cause.
thing. Yeah, we just love our community, man. These guys are awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
So-
Sorry.
So, I want to hear from Dr. Murray real quick on medical gameplay. Where you think it's at, and where do you think it's going to go?
The doc.
I think where it's at right now is perfectly fine for its first iteration. It works. It gives us a place to respawn. We don't have to fly from Olisar every time we die now, or wherever we last were landed. As long as we're within 4 million kilometers of the Cutlass Red, we respawn on it,
Mm-hmm.
which is useful. I think where medical gameplay is going, though, is you're not going to respawn. Like, you're going to have your body, you're going to pass out. Someone's going to have to collect your body and get it to a medical facility, like via a Cutlass Red to an Endeavor where they can recover you. So that's what I'm more excited for, is the later progression of medical gameplay. This first
So-
iteration is nice, but
So would you say right now that the biggest contribution to the medical gameplay has been the spawn point?
yeah, I mean that's all that medical gameplay is right now. Is it gives us a remote spawn point that we can set in the Cutlass or the A90 jump.
Insert coin, restart.
It does have a healing feature, but it's not very practical at the moment. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
well, if you
slightly
have
wounded and close
Yeah,
enough to
you're
be
like,
able to-
I lost
Right.
both my legs. Let me crawl to the.
yeah, you have,
It's not
if
working
you have
very
red
well.
body damage, you have to med pen or you bleed out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And,
I
and
guess
the
it's
medpen
good
heals you
for-
fully.
There are times in like Star Marine when we're playing that I have yellow body damage. So I guess
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
if
there are times when
happened.
it comes up.
what if they were to change the med pen now to only be partial heal? Would that
I-
improve the value of the Cutlass Red?
No, I think it's a matter of you need to be able to have a healthy player use a med
Thanks for the
pen
sub
on
note, Happy.
another player. Yeah, thanks for the sub. That was your T gifted one. Thank you. Brian.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
I
thanks
think
for
the
that,
whole
but
thing
I
is
think
you
Note
need to
Happy
be
is
able.
Kane.
No, really.
Yes, Kane is with us. Remember Kane?
Hey,
Kane
Kane!
with us.
Well done, man.
Speaking of, hey,
My
Shazam,
hero.
thanks for the
Yeah.
tip, buddy.
Thanks
Great
for
to
joining
have
us,
you,
Kane.
buddy.
We're-
Great to have
There's
you.
lots of love going in for you, buddy.
You're
going to
want to go back
running.
about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We were-
Shazam, thanks for the tip, pal. Woo.
Yeah, so the thing with
Oh, there's
medical
gonna be some
gameplay, I
renames
think,
coming
is
up.
if they just do the fact that you can stab somebody else with a med pen. Yeah, I mean, even if they're not like injured, that'd be funny.
I think you can.
Yeah,
right now.
it's
I think they
You
just
can?
added that functionality. I
it's
believe
definitely
so.
coming. It's definitely coming soon if it's not in.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can med pin other people, or at least you should be able to.
Can I read
should
out what
be.
Stellix says here? So I want some clarification. So Stellix says probably just
Okay, Stella.
chose to skip all that, create an NPC husk for med gameplay, and you respawn at will. Imagine though the respawn portal would need to be manned.
Where are you reading that? Oh, there he
It's
is.
up- it's up
Oh,
in the show
okay.
notes a little
Gotcha. Good to see you, Stella, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
there's a
seen
lot of
plenty of
debate
people-
about how much people are going to want to be involved in waiting for the whole process of being healed and whatnot with the medical gameplay.
I think it should be part of the game, and I don't think you should get some kind of clone.
I think so.
You
I think so,
die,
too.
you should wait until
I-
someone
I agree.
heals you. But I also think that we should be able to recover people from
Hey,
a
Firemaster,
basic
thanks for the
wound
tip,
state
buddy.
on the ground with like handheld tools.
I-
Like
Do you wanna respond to that, Jared?
medics.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are also wanting to have something more involved than just a med pen or just pushing a button on
Right.
the med bed. I've talked to a lot of people that are really into the medical gameplay, and they want something that is as involved as mining for healing
Yeah.
people, and that there's
They
some
want-
skill and challenge involved, and how well you can. If you're a really good doctor or EMT versus somebody who's not.
Yeah.
Um,
I
th-
like
th-
Tarkov's medical gameplay. It's very good. Like,
Is that
he
like
was
not
talking
knowing where
about
to
that.
stab? Is
Yeah.
that like the difference between a good doctor and not one?
Yeah. Where
You're like,
to stab.
that's my ankle. I got
Yeah,
shot
you
in the face. I didn't
you
know
don't
that
go
worked.
in through the feet, through the legs to
One.
remove somebody's
Just
appendix.
going all Kevorkian on them.
Yeah, right. I mean, you're bound to hit the right spot eventually. But I don't know what the difference is because I mean, right now it's kind of
Yeah, it's just a pen.
yeah,
Or
it's just
bed that shines a light
just
on
an
you.
action right now. So, but that would be super cool if you could like target a certain spot on the body.
Somebody wants to put the hand surgeon, the hand simulator, surgeon simulator game, where you have to control the hands with your mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, tough in a
Form
battle
actions.
simulator though.
Well,
Yeah.
Real
hey,
combat.
Nah.
Well, in combat, you're really just
SC can
you're
do
just
it.
getting kind of initial triage and stabilized until you can get to
Yeah.
a medical facility, like get into the Cutlass ambulance until you're taken to an Apollo or an Endeavor Hope, where you're put into a medical bed, and there's going to be something more involved in operating the medical bed on some kind of control panel than just push a button and it heals you.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think there should be some
Hopefully it'll
sort
be
of
someone else who
gameplay
pushes
there.
buttons, you know?
I think the most important question, which I'm going to pose to you, Bro Lando, is what do you think Disco Lando would do if you were injured on the battlefield and he was running towards you with a med
Oh,
pen?
that's a great question.
You would probably look for all the vital organs and see if you can sell them off at the best bidder. No,
I'm gonna go
it
with that.
depends. He's got two other brothers, so I mean, needs of
So-
the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Yeah, so there's a few more. If you lost one, it wouldn't be too big a deal.
No, we're all basically clones of Dad Lando, so
Well,
I
that's
mean,
a good point.
it's
It's not a bad thing.
we are all scarily alike. It's ridiculous. There is so many years between my oldest brothers and I, and yet there are so many things that we do that my mom or my dad will go, Jesus, Eric did that, or Jeff would do that, and I'm like, because I never really spent time with them, but I would do the same things. And then
Wow.
same thing with my mom. I would say something or do something, and she'd just look at me and go, your dad would say that all the time. And I'm like, well, there you go. But no, Jared's a good person. I think he'd do what he had to do. He's always been one to try to help people. So
Oh, that's
So
cool.
what-
No,
what
we
makes-
actually
what
that
makes
that
the-
actually came up last show too.
Yeah.
Which
What
was
makes
great.
it so what makes his statement so relevant is the fact that 4 brothers and 2 mothers, but yet even the mothers go, what? We don't get a choice in what the DNA comes out, and because the 4 brothers look like they all were
Yeah.
born and bred by the same family, and it even surprises me because I sit there and look at them. When they're not, of course, when we all get together, I'm always the brunt of their affections. But yeah,
So it's a blessing and a curse. So the blessing
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
you feel really macho, that your DNA is dominant, and a curse in that you feel like you're fighting with yourself all the time.
they have the same tongue.
They have the same tongue. Is that good? Yeah, it probably is.
Well,
We'll
I don't
hear
know.
it
You'd have
later.
to ask one of the sons whether that tongue is the sting.
Well, you did say the last show that it was basically an opera or a show when they all got together. So
Yeah.
I can only believe it.
Yeah. Well, he probably. I just more. I see the end result when it's there, in front of public and everything. But I'm sure there's, obviously a father's view of his sons is different than one brother to another brother. That thing. You'd have to ask Bro Lando about that one.
Sure.
Because
Lando,
especially being the youngest.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
being the
Hey,
Yes.
it's Indian. Thanks for
Thanks
the
for the
tip.
tip, Insidious.
So we've had a couple tips that come through. The alert box was behind it. It's now a forward. Thank you guys. You rock. So anyway, and we're actually being renamed here.
Yeah, so I see Top Hat. Oh, I'm Stim Lando, and we got
Yep.
Top Hat Lando.
And I'm going to be now Shad Lando.
Perfect.
So Pixel named us on those two. Ravier, thanks for the follow, buddy.
Nicely done.
So this is a
Doc
fun
needs
thing
to
we
be
do at the show.
Dr. Lando.
Hey, Ravier, good to see you, man.
Well, I don't know. If somebody renames them, that's fine by us. Oh,
So-
wow. Oh, we got to show this picture. Go
So,
ahead.
quick question for you, Bro Lando, because I know you have limited time on the show, but if you find it in the ability to stay till the end, that would be fantastic. But I do have a question for you. When it comes to how the Lando boys treat each other. Now, I am
Speaking
also
of the Lando boys,
right. Oh wow, look at that.
that's ritual terror from Bro Lando.
So, what are we looking at here? Is this?
The Lando.
This was when.
What
Is
are
it
we
really?
looking at here?
This is
What
when
year
Disco
is
used
this?
to do quilt. Oh, probably he was. I think in high school here.
This is the
This
90s.
might be when he did Rumors or Noises Off. One of the two, I think.
Yeah, it was in high
And this
school.
was, yeah, this was in high school right here.
And that's-
So probably,
That's him on the left,
what's
right?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him on the
That
far
is a-
left. That's,
tell you
that's
what.
me and the little one.
He almost looks
John-
like Linus Tech Tips, like Linus
Yeah.
Sebastian.
So
Yeah,
those are
that's
the
John
four.
Candy on the right. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Looks like John Candy.
That's Dad Lando. And
Wait,
then
wait.
There's Eric and Jeff.
Okay, so this is the
Okay.
four brothers then.
Yes, it is. With
Dad Lando and
With Dad
comment on the wife. This is some good looking boys. I mean, come on, look at that crew. That is like
Yeah,
that's like a
nicely
hit
done.
squad right there.
Believe me,
Yeah,
they
no,
are a hit
we-
squad.
I never understood what it meant, but when we were younger, we were called the Baldwins, and I never understood what that meant. Apparently, it was because all the Baldwin brothers were good looking or
Oh
something.
yeah, they're good.
But
That's
that's
a good
what
looking
all
group
the girls
right there,
called
buddy.
us were the Baldwin.
Yeah, that's
So-
that's trouble.
so they got all the looks from the one side and the attitude from the other. Is that what we're trying to say?
Well, we'll never know.
Nicely done. Nicely done,
We'll
Tim.
never know. He's never gonna quote which way it came from where. So yeah, no, that's
So-
that's hilarious.
How was the? I was the baby of the family growing up as well. Now I didn't have three other brothers. I had two sisters and a brother. That's why I'm a little bit more effeminate than most men. But the,
He admits it on air, nonetheless.
you
That's
have
why.
you end up having this rivalry between boys, right? So how did you fit into that, and of course how did Disco fit into the
Well,
rivalry?
the funny thing is between my dad, Eric, the one that's next to him, then there's Jeff, and then there's Jared. They all are immensely talented, and then there's me. Like I don't know, like they can sing, they could dance, they could do all those things, and there really was no competition when it came to me. But they were always supportive in anything I ever wanted to do. I was Eric, the one in the hat, was a little more sports oriented, but he went music route. And so when I went to sports, he was always there to help me work with sports. And Jared, funny enough, I don't know if you want to tell us, I watched him one time beat the ever-living crap out of a kid one time because he and his buddies were picking on me. I came home crying. He went into a rage and just took these kids out. So
Nice.
even when we had these
Nice.
with him and I, only he got to beat me up. There was no one.
That's good.
Brother than me,
Hey, Mystic,
you know?
thanks for
And
the tip.
so they were always very supportive of me. which was very cool because I was, I'm 4 years younger than Jared, but I'm like 10 or 12 younger than the other two brothers. So,
Wow.
Right.
So you're the youngest one in this picture, right?
yes, I am.
So you look a lot like I did at that age. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
I will never show a picture of what I look like, but you look.
Oh, I've
almost
got
identical.
thousands of pictures. I have cataloged my life, my brother's life for years.
That's
So,
awesome. No, that's very cool.
But you know what?
Black Magnus was asking what year this was taken.
this would have to be between 94 and 96, I believe.
Wow.
Mid 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I said, you can just look at Dad Lando's jacket and you know this is like
Dude,
95.
Dad Lando's
Yeah.
like
Well,
my
this was
dad
90 pounds ago.
personified. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
The glasses and everything.
And those earrings, like those real
Yeah.
long hanging
Wait,
earrings,
so-
those are
so-
pretty serious 90s.
Oh,
So-
he was big into Bowie and stuff like that. That's where he modeled his
Nice.
music from.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, that is Jeff, the one over my right shoulder. He is wearing a guy liner, as we call it.
Right. And he's trying
Guy
to pull off like a Rob Lowe look, or
No, he was
he's
straight
got it
up.
going.
Yeah, he was. I just lost his name. Jack Sparrow before Jack Sparrow. He had that whole
I
look.
Johnny
get you
Depp,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that.
he was doing the whole Johnny Depp look before Johnny Depp got really popular. He was doing it.
I was trying to look for a picture of him at Halloween where he was dressed as Jack Sparrow. You could put the two together, and
Yeah?
it'd be hard.
Oh,
hard to
very
differentiate.
nice. Very nice. No, so Dad Lando, those are shooter's glasses, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
because that's my dad. I mean, I see that.
Yeah.
I swear to that's like my dad. It's just hilarious.
yeah. Well, this is in the middle of. I was
well in '95. Because
yeah.
that's when
I was still a
graduated.
TAC team commander back then, so
Nailed it, man. I'm
You know,
scarily
we
a
were-
part of this family.
those-
and I'm terrified.
Those glasses look extremely tactical. They block some
Oh
blue.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're blocking the
Yeah.
blue, baby.
But you know what? Clark is selling himself short as far as the talent is concerned. He
Oh,
may
no.
not have been the musical or the well, let me see, the singing and dancing and all that part that all three of them can do. Clark he could have been, I don't know if you guys, well, some of the older guys would remember the ASA, the Army Security Agency.
Mm-hmm.
He could have been a code breaker. This guy can look at something and tell. While we're all sitting there trying to play this game, figure out, the empty letter. He's already figured out the word, So
I could use
the boys
people
and
like
I
that.
just quit playing games with him.
Well, see, you don't have to be handsome or awesome and get beat up. You basically just have to know what's up here. That's great.
Yeah.
No, that's very cool. That's a great. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that comes out of this, but that is a great trait to have, as I know.
Well,
because that was me.
let's keep going, and I'm sure we'll have some more discussions to have
Oh, boy, yeah.
about Jared and about
Despite how much trouble
Rolando
we'll
and
have.
also right and also Dad Lando. Dad Lando, the Lunar New Year. Did you hear about this in Star Citizen?
The Lunar New Year? No.
Lunar
Did
New-
you
okay,
find an
so
envelope?
so what happened is Star Citizen went and put together in association. Well, not in association. In the same vein as the Chinese New Year for the same timelines, they've created an in-game event where they have these red envelopes that are presented around the verse. And
Hey, you said it correctly. I'm surprised.
envelope,
Yeah.
envelope. It's a red envelope.
I didn't know how you were going to say it. I was.
Envelope.
So
Laying
there
on
they are.
the linoleum.
There they are. They've got horses and flowers,
Oh,
and,
well, I guess
and
there's-
they look like really high quality.
Mm.
So
Those are nice.
so has anybody found one in the verse?
Yeah,
They
there
give
was
you
actually a couple
1,000 credits.
screenshots.
Is that how much you get for 1,000 credits?
Yeah,
Really?
that's good.
That's not bad. Are they hard to find?
There's
Yeah,
there's
they're
also
not easy
currently
to find.
an exploit for them where you can duplicate them, but I think it's quite a bit of
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There's an-
But I think
Well,
I think we're getting a
remember-
wipe coming up soon.
Well, I remember seeing in the screens
For a
our
different
screenshot
reason, but-
channel somebody
Alt
found
TBD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who found one in our screenshot channel? I remember seeing one.
Insidian found one
Insidian. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while
earlier
ago.
today.
Our screenshot channel has went from a few shots to like 11 billion in a day.
Oh
so
yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
We're all
So
about
neat.
the,
Oh, wait, here we
we're
go.
all about the
It's probably-
screenshots.
It's probably gonna open.
There's no stray comments in there. It's very
There we
nice
go.
and neat.
So this is the one Insidian found. Great shot. Very cool.
nicely
High
done.
res.
Wow, great.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah.
That's a
Love
really
it.
nice shot. I know
Very
that who was it that did a shot that was really close to that? Or
Probably
maybe that was
Haskaha.
Insidian. But I thought it was Haskaha that did one. Yeah,
Probably is.
I thought it was. Isn't that a
we
nice
have-
shot though?
I tell you what, you guys, I actually have had to mute the screenshot channel because it's so crazy. But I mean, I swear it's 100 a day. It's, But it's-
Insidian says that's not mine. I think that's Haskaha's picture.
That might
oh,
be.
okay.
That's
Is it?
so good. It's so
Wow.
good. Yeah.
It is a good-
I don't think
You know
that's Haskaha's either. I think it was like Delamare or somebody like that.
No, it's Captain
Okay.
Raoul. It's Captain Raoul's
Captain
shot.
Captain Raoul, yes.
Oh,
My,
okay.
my
He
bad.
does amazing.
Yeah, he does a
amazing
really
screenshots.
good shot too. Yeah.
We have so many talented people
Mm-hmm.
that take screenshots that
Mysticar,
it's kinda what the Yacht Club is
Haskaha,
all
freaking
about.
Raoul. Oh my god.
I went to load up the screenshots channel today, and I hadn't checked it in probably
Same thing
24
with me.
hours.
Yeah.
And it took like
Dude,
30
it's
seconds.
crazy.
Just spinning before anything actually loaded.
It's
It had to,
crazy.
I'm now worried. Should I not be opening up the screenshots
No,
channel?
I
if I'm
had
not
to
in
mute
Wi-Fi?
it. There was so many on them. It was
I'm like, is it
unreal.
gonna kill my data cap?
No, it was good. It's so good.
But they're so good. The pictures are
Yeah.
so good. Everybody,
Yeah, we get some
please.
stinkers in there too, but
Oh, we do, but who cares? if you don't like it, it's not like you're going to say, "Oh, negative." You're just going to move on to the next one. So people
I delete
get
all
in
the
there,
bad. Don't worry about it.
put your pictures in there. Everybody loves seeing them. The ones that super stand out, if I happen to not miss them, I throw my little STEM citizen circle on there,
His little
and
stints.
and try and talk in the discussion channel and say, "Wow, these
Try
are
and sneak
amazing,"
a
because they
comment
are.
too.
They're so good. They're so good.
I think I've deleted more comments from STEM than anybody else.
That's so
Probably.
not true.
It's totally true. Every day
Okay,
there's like a good good job.
Not
I
every-
like this one. Nice
I
pick.
haven't done that for months. For months.
Yesterday.
Here's another
I did
one that
not.
was actually from
Prove it.
Daymar Rally. This was actually on the jersey for Daymar Rally. As you can see, the Yacht Club. Woo!
We were
Yeah.
one of the sponsors for Yacht Club, and that was a gift from Norgeek. Norgeek
Yes.
was
Nice.
gifted us a
Great
sponsorship.
guy. Very great guy.
Yeah, well done,
He's a
man. Thank you
great
so
part
much.
of our community, great part of the Daymar rally.
It was at CitizenCon. Great guy to actually meet him for the first time. Very cool. Sorry, I had to throw that in there because I just saw it in there. We missed that.
Doc's tripping acid up there.
and moving along. So Lunar New Year, absolutely awesome in-game event. Some great screenshots coming out of that. One of the things I noticed, guys, if you look at if you bring up the weekly newsletter, now don't bring it up. Actually, yeah, Shadowkin, if you can bring up the weekly newsletter
It's already up.
there, and scroll down to the leaderboard. I want people to see. And this surprised me. Last week I was looking at it.
Leaderboards.
I know we don't normally talk about leaderboards, but look who is. No, keep going down to the referral program.
Oh, the referral.
Yeah, and look who is at second in the leaderboard for referral
Hey,
program.
Morphologicus. We know that guy.
It's Morphologicus.
Morphologicus.
Morphologist. So he is
Morphologicus.
now.
I like my way
No.
better.
I just noticed him now at 2. I didn't see him creep up past Board Gamer
Yeah,
and past Jeff Easy.
Shot up there.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
I feel
Good
like this
job.
is a silly game.
So
Can't-
he got,
can't
he
think
got
of a better
his
person
javelin
for
a
that.
while back, and he's had his javelin for a while.
Yeah, but really great to
That-
see him
that right.
him up there. It's great when you like. I don't know the other people. I mean, maybe Board Gamer, but you want people that are good to be getting these kinds of rewards, and I know that some of them, and I'm not saying any of those are up top, but some people do pay money and do like Google AdWords
ads
campaigns.
and all that.
It,
You know,
it doesn't,
and
doesn't really pay, especially once you get beyond the javelin. So, Is it necessarily a bad thing that all those are people that they brought into the project, and somehow
No,
they might
no,
have
not
come in
necessarily.
anyway? Come in
No.
anyway, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's more advertising.
It's kind of like griefing, isn't it?
It's
It's not a bad
Kinda
thing
like
necessarily.
griefing. Oh goodness! Can we go back to the newsletter itself?
Sure. Okay, so we don't really need to talk about any more of it outside of the fact that part 2 of the Ares development work in progress pictures hit the subscriber vault.
Oh,
I really enjoyed
we're not allowed to show
looking
those.
through those. No, we're not going to show them, but I enjoyed looking through those. I like looking at the subscriber stuff, the work in progress, the iterations they went through, the ones that Chris Roberts did not select, because you know what? Well, you know,
No, you're right.
we've started to develop our own ship creation process that we're going to do a lot more on the ship.
We
We did
did.
one with Dr. Contrast last
Oh,
month.
Actually,
And it was-
Pixel, are you still
Oh,
awake? Send
do you wanna
me
show a
the
picture?
so Pixel actually got the
Oh.
digital imprint from the printer.
Oh,
And he told me about it today, and then he didn't send it to me. So
Do you have
Pixel,
a copy of the
send
old
it
one
to
to
me.
show?
Oh, yeah. Send me the. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. So yeah, that's coming. We actually screwed it up, guys. This was my fault. I sent it to the printers. They printed off 100 copies, and then we forgot to put the Yacht Club logo, the name of the ship, which we voted on last week with Corsair, which was
Whoops.
Harvest Star, right? Harvest Star.
yeah, the Harvest
And then
Star.
the name of the ship division, which was Contrast Dynamics.
Designs or Dynamics.
Yeah, so we're gonna have that added to the final and reprinted. Sorry, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna show next week. So stay tuned. But anyway,
Okay.
Pixel's gonna get that for us right now.
Okay, and then but let's pull up the old one while we're waiting because it's
Oh,
Cadence, my friend. Cadence.
I just noticed my new name.
oh gosh.
What is your name? Okay, so we now have to refer to each
Pumpkin
other
spice Lando.
as our
Dude, we're all.
Lando
Is this
names.
okay? So this actually works out really
This
good.
is
If you
awesome.
so we had. Oh, somebody renamed the stream. I had the
You know-
invasion of the Landos. This would have been perfect for right now, but somebody renamed the stream anyway.
Now it is actually the Lando invasion.
It is the
It is.
Lando invasion.
Although-
Somebody
although-
rename it.
Nobody would know what that means out there. Well, I suggest that we have something that's more about like this, people actually recognize Dad Lando's on the show. And
I don't know whether or not to feel honored that I'm Stim Lando or because
Oh damn! I feel like a Lando at this point.
it's pretty cool.
You know why? Because
Gotta
I can
say.
go, damn baby, get over here. Oh, sorry.
Now when I see Disco, I'm saying, hey brother, what's up?
That's right. That's right. He's gonna
There
was
we
like,
go.
who the hell are you?
adopted members of the family.
And
Like,
never
scary
recognize
dad.
me ever again.
Hey, ask your dad. And that'd be even worse.
Okay, let's continue on with the show here. Okay, so
We have a show?
We do. So the sneak peek from the newsletter. We want to put that up for people
I
to see.
lost my mouse. Sorry. All right. Yep. Oh God. Okay. So I have 11 screens.
Grid
I'm
director for the
sorry.
win.
There we go. Sorry. I had 11 screens. I can't help it. Here we go. Sneak peek. And I'm out of alcohol. Well, I'm not. I just got to go make another drink. Neat, huh? Oh, Pixel says check email. Oh God, in the middle of the show.
Wow, it's the prison.
Is it?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
Pleasure.
It's totally
Yeah,
the prison. Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. It is a prison.
It's not a prison. It's a correctional facility or it's a rehabilitation.
He's
It's a
Canadian. He's
rehabilitation
Canadian.
facility.
Can you tell?
It's not a prison.
It's a prison.
They call it prison.
It's called
gameplay.
prison in the rest of the world, there, Tim.
Hey, you get 3 square meals. You know, I when I lived in Australia, I worked like a block away from a prison.
Was it
and
a
I
prison
saw-
or a correctional facility?
I don't know how that's relevant, but something just happened on the
prison.
stream.
Penitentiary, maybe.
Oh,
I don't
thanks
know.
Just
for the
ask
follow.
Dad Lando what it's called.
Oh, is there a
I don't know
story
what
there?
the Australians have. I just know what we have here.
And what do we call them here?
I feel like there's
Well,
a
it depends
story
on
there.
what the crime is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what crime is the most funny one? I guess.
They're all funny.
They're all funny until
Oh,
you
I
get
shouldn't
caught.
say that. Seriously.
Well, Elysium, you are not wrong.
serious.
There we go. There it is. Sorry about that.
Release
Big
him.
Brother
Says he-
House.
he thought
The
that all of
penalty
us-
box. I love it. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks fantastic. That has even more color than the one that you showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let me zoom this down a little bit so you can actually
So
see.
to everybody that what you're seeing up here, if you weren't around for that show, it was actually 3 shows in the making. But
A lot of work.
the first show we ran polls to the community, everybody that was watching, just like we did at the very beginning of the show here. But they were a lot more serious and designed to figure out what kind of ship we were gonna make and concept here. We ended up coming up with a research and development farming ship. And you can see this is the end result here. We then had another show where Dr. Contrast was on that show and was sketching live, building it out as we went over the news. So it's not like a Star Citizen Live show where it's,
No,
kind
that's
of
not
talking, trying
how we
to
want it.
fill in information, and Disco does a
What?
very good job with that.
It's
We actually so we went through additional polls to find out certain things we wanted to do to the ship
Hold
while
on. Shadow needs to apologize for flashing a terrible picture.
I'm sorry. That was.
it's all good. It's all
I'm
good.
trying to figure out how to actually make it slightly smaller so it actually shows up better. Go ahead.
So we were doing one of our regular shows while this was being done, and then stopping at the right time to run a poll, get information, and figure out what the community wanted, and then continue on. So one of the things you can't see right away from this image is that it actually has a command module in the front.
Oh,
So-
we can show that too. Sorry.
Nice.
I
So
didn't have
that command module actually breaks off to go down to the planet to collect samples that would then be grown in the biodome to do research and development. So, and you can also see when you look at it, there's an observation deck going around the back so that you can stand there, and maybe there's like a 10 forward where you would have
It's
dinner
gorgeous.
and meals and look out over,
How would it be 10
that bit of
forward if
greenery
it's
in
on
the
the
back.
aft part of the
There we
ship?
go.
Okay, 10 rear, 9 rear, 8 rear, whatever.
It's called an
whatever it
aft.
is.
Don't you know about a ship?
So
I hope
this
it
is
doesn't actually
the
break off.
so this is the actual forward section.
Yeah. But the aft is actually at the back. But anyway.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
that's
You don't call it-
correct. So what this
You
actually
certainly don't call it
is
forward.
is if you look at this section right here, right where the wings. Actually, I don't have the mouse capturing, but right where the top side wing starts, or wing. It's a wing. I know it's space, but whatever. You see that line that's right there, right behind there? That's actually the breakaway for what we're looking at. So that's the start
Where-
of the back.
Where's the
there.
line for it? It's
Oh, you know what? Let me get the right.
It's
There
right
we go.
there.
is it where
Okay.
the antenna is?
No, so
Oh,
it's
where that
behind
line
there.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
behind the
Yeah.
line. Yep, behind that, right where that last window starts, and the wing to the main structure starts out on the top. So that
So that looks a
line
little
there,
bit more boxy, hey? Than
No,
than the-
it's not.
the drawing.
So right here, if you look, this line. I'm not. My mouse isn't showing in the overlay. So anyway,
it's a little bit more angular. There we go. That's
no.
nice.
Remember, it's actually something coming out of something. So we thought of that. So it's behind that engine canard. He actually showed me this. It was great because I was like, "What was it?" And he's like, and then you do this, and he just explained it. And I was like, he knew what I was thinking, and so it was pretty neat. But yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the command thing that we talked about.
And that
ship.
command module has 3 crew members. It can carry 8 SCU of cargo in order to go and collect samples and bring them back. So it's not like you could do hauling, but you could run humanitarian missions if you needed to pick up things like coronavirus vaccines.
What? Oh, vaccines.
You could go and grab them from Microtech or whatever planet they come from and take them to a planet in need.
No, it
So
was super cool.
So very cool. So I can't remember how we got onto that, to be quite honest, but we do these amazing shows. We're going to do a lot more of them, and we're going to have some interesting new ships coming up. So we're pretty excited about that. And those ships are totally determined by the community. So we'll let you know when those are upcoming. We don't have the next one planned just yet.
Too far in advance.
Yeah. It'll, I don't know, probably late February or March. We'll
Ish.
come up with something.
Ish.
Yeah. Okay, so then we're now moving on to the monthly report.
You mean that?
Does anybody want to talk about the monthly report? Joran, how about yourself?
How are we feeling about that?
I didn't take any further notes from last week.
Okay, we did cover it a little bit last
little bit.
week.
Did
but
anyone
what
cover
I-
anything else for the rest of the show that's in the show notes?
So the thing is that the show this week, or the real news this week, was Daymar Rally, and of course the evolution of medical gameplay and the Cutlass Red. So there hasn't been a lot going on. I know there's a few things that I've missed because I've been so busy, but
And
why
having Dad and Bro Lando on.
Yeah, I mean
Well, of
that's
course,
like takes the
for the
cake,
show.
right?
100%. But let's there's an elephant in the room, and that is the roadmap update.
Oh man,
That
do we
we
have
need
to
to-
show this?
We should absolutely address this because I have been so torqued at the
Okay, here we
community
go.
all week. So
Okay.
Wait,
so
so
I'm
let's
re- I'm
ask
ready.
the Landos first. I mean the real Landos. Or the real Landos, please stand up. But let's ask them first about this. I'm gonna go make another drink, so don't go off this topic.
So I don't know. Do you have anything to comment? I don't think it's really your area to talk about the roadmap. Do you have any thoughts on it, though? I guess since the question was pulled, I don't want to cut you off.
On the roadmap?
Yeah, and it's totally fine to say no.
No.
Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about it, and then Jordan, if you want to take over a little bit. So if you have a look at the roadmap here, a lot has come off it. A ton has come off it. I'm not going to get triggered about it, but if you haven't seen Salty Mike's video on it, I would encourage you to take I think it's I don't know how long it is. It's under an hour for sure. I would encourage you to listen to Salty Mike's weekly news as he covers this, because he has really constructive approach to talking about, the little bit of the pain that we feel when we look at a roadmap where all of this stuff has come off it, because we worry. We sit here with bated breath for when the next feature comes out that we're dying for and we really want to happen. So I think it's just important to recognize that a lot has come off the list here. The communication from CIG, we'd love to have better communication. They are doing a fair job, but we as stakeholders, not shareholders, we are not shareholders in any way, but we are stakeholders to the project because we have a vested interest in seeing how the project goes. We would love to have an understanding of why this has occurred and what's going on. Even if it's just stay tuned, we will update you in a couple of weeks. We're working hard at restructuring where things are going, like whatever it is, something.
You know better than this, Tim. I'm surprised at you, my friend.
Well, I'm not going to get salty about it because I know there's method to the madness that's there, but I obviously I get frustrated when I see changes like this and no explanation.
They have actually said a couple of times that they are in the middle, at multiple times, they are in the middle of doing a company-wide assessment.
Okay, good.
And very specifically, Todd Pappy, very important pillar director of the Persistent Universe, said that they are having meetings this month through the month of January, just like they did last year.
Yeah, every year.
To look at what happened last year, what went right and what didn't work, what worked, what didn't work, how they presented the roadmap, what they were going to place for their priorities this year. So the stuff that's coming off of here is just because they're readjusting the entire year, and they're going to come out in a couple of weeks, just like they did last year and probably the year before that. But last year we had the roadmap, and they're going to come out with an entire year's worth of roadmap, all 4 quarters, fully fleshed out with an actual plan after interviewing everybody in the company, what they're going to be doing for all their sprints for each of those, what their expectations are, what the dependencies are, like salvage. I know we all, everybody was missing out that salvage isn't on there. Xylo, I wish that more people that more people would pay attention to what you guys said. I do, however, agree that I wish that you guys would have made a just like a clear announcement on the forums, like this is what's going on, because the community doesn't fucking pay attention.
Well, maybe it's
retain this.
Maybe it's understanding what the community is absorbing and isn't absorbing. is paying
They
attention.
looked. They looked at the
Because-
roadmap and all the stuff that came off and said it's like everything's going away.
Yeah.
They're only working on Squadron 42. The PU is fucked. We're not getting anything this year. Salvage is gone. Everything's going away. Everything's collapsing. Crytek. It's all because of Crytek. I've heard it. I
okay.
am so tricked.
So I'm going to stop this right here because
I have
it's
been
a
doing this for a
company.
week. I have literally been fighting this all week in all the Discords, in the forums, and everywhere, and it's exhausting.
So
I wish
it's a
that
company
they had
acting
one
like a
good
company.
statement.
So are you saying not to worry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're
Okay.
just never.
Take
we
2 more
can't-
weeks until they actually release a goddamn roadmap. People can't wait a couple of fucking weeks. Jesus Christ.
No,
so
the point is
Xylos said a couple of things here. I just want to bring up very
great
quickly.
points. Yes.
So the first thing is about the player status system, and that he's surprised no one's talking about that, which that is awesome. The whole thirst and hunger and temperature, like the
I
temperature
think
we
it's the
saw
most brilliant
coming, and
addition
we're excited
ever.
for it, but thirst and hunger, I missed that. That is fantastic. I'm genuinely excited about that.
And
And
Better
this-
give us some tea to drink, 'cause
Xylo, the roadmap roundup, absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that y'all have that on there. What I think happened as an after action on last Friday's roadmap roundup, it was all these things have been removed, and y'all didn't reiterate a specific statement at the beginning of the roadmap roundup that all of this is going to be coming out in a couple of weeks.
That's a good solution,
company-wide.
Jordan.
Yeah,
That's a
if
great
y'all had
solution, yeah.
reposted at the beginning of the road,
Guys, this is
roadmap
a company
roundup
acting
that-
like a company. Okay,
right,
this
but
happens.
the community are not people
Yeah.
that actually work
Yeah,
in
we
real
don't-
companies or something. They've
And
never worked in
also
management.
this is a new space. This is not something that happens normally within companies. The traditional reporting process and the exposure that they have to the community. I don't know any companies that have this kind of touch points with their community and exposure to their community like Star Citizen has. That's why I personally, and a lot of people I know, including you, Jordan, give them so much grace and so much latitude waiting for things to come. But, in order, as we push to get more people involved in the project, and people that have a tendency to get too close to things and get hurt by it, these are ways that they can improve their communication. And they're constantly improving the communication, and that's a great suggestion, Jordan. I hope we see it.
I think they've done a great job, and Xylo is the best face of the community. And I
100%.
do admit that I have an inhuman amount of patience, And I do actually pay attention and retain all of these little statements that CIG says, and put this into the whole, because this is my job. This is literally my second full-time job of really focusing on studying the actual production and development of the game, and everything that CIG is saying, and I put them into all these little puzzle pieces to see what's going on with the total project and see where they're doing well, where they're improving, where they're not. So I think that what really would have been great on the last roadmap roundup would have been just reiterating that statement that the company in January is going through a full company-wide assessment, and will be releasing a full 2022 or 2950
What fucking
roadmap
year is it?
for the year in a couple of weeks. 2950.
29, 50, 42, whatever. No, seriously. Okay, so here let's do this right, because we actually have an awesome PM and person that's probably been through this way more than any of us. Dad Lando, and of course Bro Lando, feel free to chime in at any moment. What do you guys think? I mean, you're way more into this than we are. I personally run a dozen companies or so. I mean, I've got so much shit going. I know how this works. You constantly readjust. You constantly readapt. You constantly freaking make more efficient. It's just how it works. What do you think?
Well, as an outside observer on most of this, what you see going on in the world right now is information is everything. No one's selling anything but information right now.
Absolutely.
And every little bit of information you guys give, it's like crack cocaine for the people who play this game. You give them a little bit, They're going to just keep wanting more and more and more. And unfortunately, there's only so much a company is allowed to divulge to its people who play the games. From what I can see, you guys already do so much more than any other gaming company or any company in the world I've ever seen. But unfortunately, no matter what, it's never going to be enough for people.
Right.
And that's where, like Xylo said, he's got thick skin. You just have to.
He has to have thick skin in this kind of
I
business.
work, I work for the city hall of my city, and everyone wants to know what's going on. But if we told them all the stuff that went on in their city, they would think the apocalypse was coming.
Right.
You know, there's a reason why you keep stuff away. It's not that we're trying to be secretive and we're trying to
it's just the reality of business.
Exactly. Yeah. There's the stuff we can tell you, and honestly, I think it's amazing that little board you guys showed, where you showed what you had an idea and then you crossed it off. I mean, we're right there on the drawing room, seeing what is going on, and people can be upset if they cross stuff out, but there's only so much work you can do, so much information you can have. And you don't want it to just be a quick afterthought. You don't want to go, hey, do you want to drag a guy? Yeah, let's drag him. Okay, put it in the game. No, you want, okay, do we want to allow you to drag a person? Yes. Okay. Do you want to be able to shoot while you drag? Sure. Should they move slower while they're shooting? Yes. You know, it's all those things they've got to go into. You can't just be like, yep, one's done, go to the next one. It really is back and forth, and you've got to decide who's going to work on that project, all that kind of stuff. This is the largest endeavor I've ever seen anyone do, and I have to give props the way. I mean, you guys are what, 7-8 years into this now? I mean, CD Projekt Red spent 7 years doing Witcher, and it was amazing, and that isn't 1/100th of the size of this game. Right. And then,
or the complexity on the server side too, yeah.
What is it, BioWare or whatever, came out with that shooter that everyone was excited for, and everyone was done playing it in a week. Not Apex Legends, whatever the other one was, when you got in the suits and you ran around. I can't remember. Yeah, everyone was so excited, and then no one was playing it a week later.
Son, we did that when you were taking showers, remember?
Yeah.
I got all the boys together, put them in guns, you know.
Yeah. Basically.
It was I do recall hearing that.
Everyone's mentioning Anthem in chat. Yeah, Anthem. It took forever to come together.
That was Anthem.
Yep. Anthem is the one.
And speaking of CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077 was announced the same year that Star Citizen was, 2012, and we didn't hear anything about it for almost all of that time. And then we get a little bit, and now that we're getting close to the end, everybody's all pitchforking. It's like, oh, they pushed it back for a few months, and it's a tiny fraction of the size of Star Citizen.
So, Lando, what's your point? Because I know you're chomping at the bit on this one.
No, my sons. Let me tell you something. I when it comes to Star Citizen and CIG, I'm not very objective. Okay, I'll let you know that right off the top. They are doing the best they can with what they have, and they're doing it better than any company I've ever seen. And believe me, I've worked for a lot of companies. The idea,
a lot of technology companies, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. The idea to put out crap
is easy.
It is. Mm-hmm. It's easy to sit there and always take the easy way out.
I totally agree.
CIG does not take the easy way out.
No,
and that in itself is going to cause the impatient or the
average kid.
Patience. Yeah,
the average kid.
It's going to drive them nuts.
Yeah, because they're instant gratification.
I understand where they're coming from, but Joran and Clark nailed it on the head. You know, if it's going to be good, it has to be done a certain way, and they're doing it.
Time to be done right. Yeah.
They're doing it. I've worked from big companies. I've worked with small companies. I've watched how they do it. As a project manager, I sit there and put something out. 30 days later, I look at it. Nah, that's not working. Throw this out. Put this back in. And you keep doing it. Actually, you never stop doing it. You're always improving. And everybody here knows that Star Citizen is never ever going to be finished.
Yeah.
It's always going to be improving.
Right, and that's the passion of it, right? That's the point that we
Right.
that at least I love about it is it's just gonna keep getting better, and
That's
every
it.
day is a new day that they're gonna make something, either improve something that doesn't work, they're gonna make something better, they're gonna create something new, and it's not gonna be the best. It's gonna be version 1, but there's gonna be a version 2. You always know there's going to be the next thing, and it's gonna impress you
Yeah.
and to blow you away, and that's
Well,
what's great.
It's like the old axiom, quality, speed, or time. Pick two.
Yeah, the triangle, right?
Yeah.
You
I love
can't-
it. Thank you,
yeah,
Doctor.
You really, yeah, that is so true.
Yeah, like
I want to point out what Solar
they
Mute says
picked
here
one.
real quick.
Quality.
Because it's really well said. It feels like we're witnessing a major change to a medium and the growing pains that come with that change. Many gamers love the control we get from gaming. Being too close to this game means you don't have control over the game. Oh my God, chat's going too fast. As it's still in progress and people can get emotional about it. It's human nature. It's a human nature issue. We can't get around, but I think the large majority of us understand how hard CIG is nailing it. And I have to echo.
Yeah,
that
what
as
he
well.
said.
Yeah, they're obviously working really hard to do it. We've got some amazing, talented people that are working on that.
They
And
really do.
Just from the exposure of doing this show, from being a volunteer, and having some close connections and communications, not connections, but communication. I got to say, I've been impressed by everybody I've met that's been involved in the project, and then also from the community that stepped up to do things like the Daymar Rally, like other shows. I'm just overall extremely impressed by this community. I've never met a better community. So,
No, okay. So let me an interesting point there, because
and
I've
that's
been
not the drunk talking.
Well, no, it's not, because it's the point of, and this irritates the hell out of me because I've been here.
Not
It's
just.
like there's probably other people that are in IT that know this. So I was part of the build for Austin for doing the gaming room, and the same thing again in Manchester. Those are the guys you want to talk to. And Stim, you know this because I preach this every day. Is the IT groups are the ones that sell the product, because they're the ones that actually know and have to deal with it and have to basically run it all the way through. And Dad, Lando, you probably know too, is like, if those guys are not happy and they're not able to do their thing, nothing's going to work. Okay? No executive or no CEO or no whoever is going to make this thing any better if the IT group can't make the damn thing work. And that was what was great, is like you got, Sean Tracy in there, who is like, just like, no, that's not going to be good enough. We need to do it this way, and this is how we're going to do it. And then you had everyone just come together, right? It wasn't, no, we can't do it. It was, yeah, let's do this. And they figured it out. Literally, that whole gameplay element that was in Manchester with the, what was it called? Combined Arms.
Theaters of War.
There you go, Theaters of War. That whole thing wouldn't have happened if you didn't have the right IT group behind it, believing in the product and actually doing the right thing. And they literally pieced that thing together. So it was like, feeling and seeing that, that's what makes great companies, because that rattles up from IT up to where the developers are, and then over to where the CEOs are selling it, and over to marketing, and it just drives that thing together. And you see that, and that's the difference, because we're not going second rate here. This is the real deal, and you're going to see it. It just might take a little longer than you expect.
So for those that are putting questions into chat or putting questions into via the website, both Shadowkin and I got a chance to play Theaters of War.
Ooh, it was awesome.
So if you want to ask us questions, it was absolutely amazing. There's also Theaters of War is going to be the main topic of discussion in Star Citizen Live on Friday with Sean Tracy. So make sure if you haven't put in your question or gone and upvoted the question that you want to see the most, make sure that you get onto Spectrum and vote up those questions. But we'll be happy to tell you a little bit about our experience in addition to any questions that we hope you have for Dad and Bro Lando a little bit later in the show. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to the Daymar Rally, which happened this weekend. First of all, there was a bar citizen in Atlanta, Georgia, and I don't think we have any photos from that, but I hope that went really, really well.
Let me see if I can find that.
Do we?
Oh,
Nice.
I thought we did.
I'll look while you guys are chatting.
Okay. Well, let's dive into the Daymar Rally. So we have some videos
Yes, I
for
do.
that.
we do.
Great
And
photo. Actually.
Vengeance, if you're around, buddy, feel free to chirp
Thanks
in.
for the sub, Kaiser.
That's so. Oh wait, why is this going to Twitch?
That's,
oh, they're from Twitch. Okay.
That's Burlando.
Setup. So as the race goes on,
Okay.
Kaiser X. Oh,
Thanks for the sub, bro.
yeah.
Atlanta Bar Citizens in the show channel.
Atlanta Bar Citizens. Very nice to see you. So
They've been going for
these
3
are
years?
Twitch clips, by the way, guys. They're not the best, but we're
Yeah.
just showing you what we have.
Is this is the
This
race
start? Yep.
Nice.
yeah.
the
This is
start
the
of
race start.
I love
Beginning
everyone just
of
like
the race.
going back and forth.
Yeah, Detox did a great job emceeing the show. I mean, I
hope
haven't
the
had a
red
chance to
carpet.
watch a lot of it,
Yeah.
but yeah,
How did-
Vengeance. Zyla was asking if anyone's editing a montage recap of the whole event. I assume that they are.
Oh, there will be one. I don't know who's editing it
I-
though.
Oh, you
Prob-
know they
probably
will,
probably
yeah.
Aska.
Probably.
Maybe.
Somebody like that.
He's so good.
Someone will put it together. I know Dargenator, that is a great editor, was on my 890. In fact, he was flying the 890 for a lot of it. Even when we also ran out of fuel. The logistics behind keeping an 890 fully fueled for
Is
close to 8 hours is not
difficult.
not really
Not
there
We,
unless you're
we didn't last
claiming
for
it.
an hour and a half. I don't know what you're talking about. 8 hours.
Yeah.
I guess we were flying for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we
It
ran out of
was
fuel.
maybe an hour.
That's
tops.
not actually that bad considering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
one of them
maybe an
had a
hour
bug,
tops.
and when we were at something like 35% fuel, they were at 5%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was Shausen, and I gotta put a shout out to Shausen. One of our pilots could not join and actually take over, and as Dad Lando was mentioning, that you're seeing people step up in all kinds of areas. Well, Shausen, one of our very own Patreons and a great member of the community, stepped up to fly one of the 890s for us and did a fantastic job. So thank you, Shausen.
That was
Say
my
why.
fault. I had
It
work
was
stuff
Shadow
to do.
I completed my living will before the event was over.
You probably should have, especially if you're going to get on a ship with me. That would have
That's
been a
us there,
really
isn't it?
good idea.
Yeah, it's nothing like doing a will to make you sentimental.
Well, that's a
soon.
good point. Will Star Citizen have wills?
Better.
Well, that's a very good question because there's
Love to
the
know that answer.
you'll be able to create like an heir, right, out of
Right.
your NPC
Yes.
I
characters,
think
your
it
extra
should
game
totally
packages.
be a thing. Yeah, I think it
I
should
like that.
totally be a thing. That'd be really good.
Well,
That means
it'll
they're gonna
probably
need
just be
lawyers,
like
though.
I could
everything will
spread
go
my seed
through.
throughout everywhere.
What was
But
that?
hold on,
You can spread your
Wills-
seed throughout everywhere.
Yeah, exactly, right. So wills only come about because of multiple children and marriage.
Fair enough, right?
We will have to have. We think there'll be weddings. I mean, there's weddings in World of Warcraft.
Oh, it's
Many-
gonna
many
happen.
many
You know
other
it's gonna
games
happen.
Have weddings. Yeah,
It has to
people will
happen.
meet and bond in this
In
this
holy-
amazing project, in this virtual
So-
universe.
When they go over that jump, holy shitramuni, and they go off into the middle of nowhere.
So do you think that it built into the vows of the first people to get married in the verse will be saying first? Just
Huh.
Well, yeah,
Foist.
that's gonna happen a million times over that we don't want to know, but yeah.
Actually, Asuna from the Jump Club and a couple of the different Discord, she is planning on having a wedding service company. She's going to have weddings
Wow,
on her 890 Jump.
nice one.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that's
tell you
very
what,
cool.
That I mean,
In-game
this
wedding productions.
global thing of the game being a real thing where anyone can do anything at any moment. I think it's up to the players to choose just that thing. Is well, it didn't exist, but it doesn't mean it can't exist because it can, and I love that aspect. So I think that's going to be really cool.
Look at Silo.
What is-
Do you take your partner to be your lawfully wedded
30K, damn it! Oh no, that's okay. That's part of the prenumps, right? That's part of the prenuptial,
That's
right.
divine intervention.
right?
Until death, the 30K parts us.
Until 30K parts. That's good. I like it. Oh, dude, that should be a thing.
So
should
here's
totally-
a good question that Xylo can't answer, but I'm going to ask him anyway. So are we going to have cuddling and hugging animations in our
Oh
spaceships?
god, he's gonna bring it out.
Well, we're gonna have
Cedar.
pets.
We're gonna have
We're gonna
furries.
have pets, right?
Furries.
So, well, okay. So,
This
cuddling
really-
and hugging anime. Okay, but is that going to be an emotion, like an emote, or would that be a?
Let's Xylo
Would that be an
record that.
actual
Oh, a
animation?
gin and
Would
tonic.
you be able to sit in a chair and like put your arm around somebody?
If
Oh,
we do,
You
wait,
heard it right here.
if we
Xylo
do,
says you're going to have to get into a mocap suit with him in order to record that.
Done.
There we
I'm
go.
up for it.
we're sending
I'm up for it.
Stim. We're sending
It's
Stim.
know what?
been too long.
You know what?
It's been too long since I've hugged Xylo.
Xylo, you couldn't get a better person for a hug, and if you've had
Yeah,
a Joran hug,
you
you know
really
what I'm
couldn't.
talking about.
Yeah.
They're
I don't
solid,
know,
solid hugs.
It's a little short.
I make up for it with enthusiasm.
He does. He really does.
I mean, height-wise, it's a little short, not length-wise.
So Dad
We're not
Lando.
going there, are we?
Yeah, I know
Moving
we're
on.
already there. We're already there,
Moving
Dad
on.
Lando. In fact, we're getting sucked into this one,
I'm almost there.
whether you like it or not. So Dad Lando and Bro Lando, are you going to CitizenCon LA?
Ooh,
Uh,
inquiring minds want to know.
what was the question? I'm sorry. I heard Citizen.
CitizenCon
you
Los
going-
Angeles.
Yes.
Assuming
Los
that's where it is
Angeles.
next year.
He's Canadian.
Okay,
so
Well, whether it is or not, I've already got my reservation.
Nice.
Okay.
nice.
All right. I sat there and, I mean, it's not very, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, okay, they had it here once, they had it here, they had it there, and it's rotating
Well,
back.
Yeah, that's the assumption.
Yeah.
But
Rocket
yeah.
engineering is a little more
We
difficult.
just
than
don't
you
know
might
when
think.
they're going to have this.
Yeah, but you've never seen my rockets. But
Oh,
anyway,
shit!
yeah.
That sounds like a
I
challenge.
assumed, I mean, I've got reservations. I can always cancel them the day before if I have to. But the thing was, I wasn't taking any chance. So,
there you go. Nice.
So-
so the answer to your question is yes.
Nice. Okay,
Awesome.
great. What about
Bro
Bro
Lando.
Lando? You gonna make it?
Sure, I guess. Yeah, if he's got room for me, I'm down.
Well, we always
Nice.
got room. So one thing,
Just gotta get to LA.
so
Hey.
one thing we're kicking around for the show, and this is something we've talked about, and we're finding the right person in Xylo. Since you're here, we're looking as the Yacht Club Bar Citizens to sponsor the bar that is at CitizenCon. So it will be a Bar Citizen Yacht Club sponsored bar, and we'd like to do a 1 hour show there.
We'd love to
of
do
the
it.
four of us. So we're just throwing it out there. If the community wants to get behind us on that, and hound Xylo or whoever we have to, sorry, buddy, please do, because we thought it would be a great idea. But we'll stand
Jordan
behind
said
it.
he would pay for an open bar.
No, actually,
Using Chad Lando's wallet.
we'll make it work. We'll make it work. But either
I'm
way,
reading the chat, Bar.
yeah,
Chad saying
Yeah.
open bar.
yeah, open bar, yeah, open bar on sick. No, so we were thinking about that. We thought it'd be really cool. But anyway, no, it'd be great to actually meet you guys live. And if we don't do something live like that or whatever, we'd love to do a little something while we're at the show. So yeah, very cool. So I hope to see you guys there, and you'll get that big Xylo hug or Jorn hug. You'll definitely get a Jorn hug.
There's gonna be a lot
Hugs
of
are nice though.
pumpkin spice liquor only bar.
No, there will be scotch.
No,
There will
no.
probably only be scotch.
Do we have
Might
to
be
wear
an
Uggs?
option.
At
Do you have
least
to wear-
pumpkin spice beer because it will be October, so it's the season.
Wait,
I keep
Rolando,
thinking
what
the
did
P
you
in-
say? Do we have
in
to wear what?
P Spice's posh spice.
Gotta have your Uggs and tight pants.
Yeah, because you're a
No
basic
Uggs, no.
bitch.
No, no, we don't have to do that. You wear where the hell you
You've
want.
only met me and you know me so well.
I know what a basic bitch is.
Basic.
Jordan.
So
I mean,
I start to get
P-Spice right
uncomfortable whenever people start swearing too much. So let's move on to the
Oh,
Yacht Club shootout.
fuck,
we-
fuck,
that
fuck,
was
fuck,
shown.
fuck, fuck,
We
fuck.
don't know how this.
Ah!
Yeah, we don't know how this works. Yacht Club shootout. What's,
Yeah.
do I have links for that? I don't
That's
have
right.
links for that.
Yacht Club
So-
shootout. Our motto is guns down, drinks up.
I
We're not
know,
gonna be
right?
shooting Very well.
We're-
Except when we do
It's-
Star Marine.
It's the link in the show
I've
notes.
seen you play Star Marine. You're not a very good shot.
No, I'm
Nice.
But I have fun, and I apologize.
It's not about how good you shoot it. It's how much you have fun you have.
Oh God, you know,
Not
can
when
we
you're
get
training
on?
to stay alive.
We have a lot
We
of
do
fun.
do a show here. It's very loose. What line there, Stibby?
Line 96, Mr. Producer.
Mr. Purdue. Oh, Yacht Club Shootout. It's actually named. I missed that.
Hmm.
Shout out or shoot out? Shout
No,
out.
I got it.
It is shout out, isn't it? Jakob shout out.
It's right in the middle
Shout
of
out.
Daymar
It
Rally.
wasn't
I
actually
didn't.
a shootout.
I
That's
didn't
what we did
know.
on Monday.
So I think I got a chance to see this. Is this where Corsair just said thanks to the Yacht Club for?
Well, if you did, I'm
for,
not playing the
contributing?
audio.
I
So-
did
Yeah, you have to
an
actually
interview
audio.
on their stream.
Can you play the audio for the group?
I will, and here we go.
So thanks to the thanks to the Yacht Club. I was on the show
Thanks
the
to
other
the
day.
Yacht
They've
Club.
supported us with having as many of the yacht, the 890
Can they
jumps
hear
they
it?
supply with Dr. Murray,
hope
Shadowkin,
so.
Stim,
we
Stim,
can't.
all piloting
Okay.
that stuff as
It's
well.
turned up as loud as it goes.
So yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. So
I can
thanks
hear
to
it.
those guys.
If y'all stop talking, they could.
Oh, okay. Let's go one more time. Nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, thanks to the Yacht Club. I was on the show the other day, but they've supported us with having as many of the yacht, the 890 jumps. Yeah, thanks to the Yacht Club. I was on the show the other day, but they've supported us with having as many of the yacht, the 890 jumps as they could supply with Dr. Murray, Shadowkin, Stim, Sigelian, all piloting that stuff as well. So yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. So thanks to those guys.
He actually mentioned us on air. That's really cool.
Yeah.
No, he's a great guy. Love it. I mean, I love his passion to actually get
Nobody-
this whole thing together.
Nobody
It's a
caught my
lot of
interview
work.
and clipped that. Jeez.
Well, if you send me the
Sad.
link, I might. be able
I
to
don't
hook you
have
up.
it. I don't have
Did
them
you,
on Twitch.
did you get interviewed by Osapita?
I think so.
The
Nice.
Ghost in the Shell. She's the Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, if you
know-
guys have never seen her stream, she never shows who she is, but she always has some animated, like usually a person. But the one time she did a cat.
Oh, if that's
Yeah.
a girl, then no.
So
Are we
she
gonna have
she
her on the
normally
stream?
does
I'm
her
not sure.
her person avatar, and she is really
Wait.
really cool. I had a chance to
Berlinda
get
was saying
to
something.
meet her. Oh, sorry, Berlando, go ahead.
Was it Berlina?
That was not me.
Oh,
No.
Okay, I'll talk real quick then. I had a chance to meet Osapita when I was on the night crew last week, and she's really cool. We're gonna have Osapita on the show, so
Really?
we're gonna have.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we
you
gotta
know she's
confirm a
from like
date.
30 miles west or east of me.
Yeah, and she's gonna come up to an Ohio bar citizen one of these days soon.
She's
so
not
Good.
gonna come.
well, we'll make it happen. We'll reach out and make that happen because she's a really cool character.
She is. She's
I'll be in
awesome.
Ohio in March.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why?
When?
Why would
When?
you go to Ohio?
Where?
Do you have dates?
I have a lifelong friend. I went to academy there now.
Dad
Nice.
Lando, where? Is it
Forced
Columbus?
to go to
Frederickstown?
Oh God, now I have to.
Is that
Google.
far?
I have no idea. I just see it on the map and somewhere
Ohio.
between. It's off of Highway 70.
Frederickstown, Ohio. Let me look real quick. Cause dude, if you're close, I will get your butt here and do a. Oh my God, it's in the middle. Dude, that's not far at all. You're
Really?
like 50 miles away or 40 miles away.
Yeah, and you can bring your
Yeah.
friend as well.
I will
Oh.
make a bar citizen around you.
You'd love him. He used to have his own TV.
Oh
Who?
wow!
Is this
And-
JJ?
He was, yeah, JJ. He was a comedian.
Okay, I need to fly out for that one.
Okay, we're gonna make the all Ohio citizens based around this because that is a reason to be here.
Watson, Ohio?
That's
A good
not
reason
that
to
far
leave.
at all. Let's
Yeah.
let's. Hold on.
Star Citizen, Bar Citizens. The best bar citizen I've
Yes,
been to is in
the
Ohio.
Best bar citizens.
Whatever.
Well, I'll be there starting the 2nd of March. I don't know how long I'm staying.
You, sir, and I will need to get in touch because I'm sure Dragger. Look at him in chat. Marsh it is. No, so Dragger is actually a big Ohio citizen. Nidus and Dragger are kind of my helpers in the Ohio Citizens. We actually have 5 chapters within the Ohio Citizens, so we're doing one next week which is kind of a small one, but we're going to do our All Ohio Citizens. Dude, we will plan it around you. That will be awesome. We'll get Stim in
Perfect.
here, maybe a
Yep.
few others. We'll see. No, that's great. No, that is less than 20 miles away from where we do it. So you have no excuse.
Really?
Yes.
How
Yep,
coincidental.
Frederickstown, I just looked it up. It is not that far. So we're gonna work that out. That'll be a great thing. You'll love it. Anyway, go right on.
Bro Lando, question for you. What is like? How much exposure have you had to Star Citizen, and what's your favorite ship?
I played it a little bit in the maybe a year ago before the game kind of surpassed my PC. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I know I had the Mustang, and then I think Dad Lando had the Connie, and that was a lot of fun to go around in. So he and I would just fly around in that, and that was pretty cool. We got into a couple scrapes, people attacking us, and then I think we went after a bounty hunt one time. He was just like right near us. We just saw him take someone out, and so we went after him. And I think I was in a Mustang at the time, so I basically just flew my ship straight into the guy, jumped, basically kind of got out, let it hit him, took out his shields, and then he was able to get him with his. And then I kind of like swam over to Dad Lando's ship, and we took him out the rest of the way, and that was kind of fun.
I've been sacrificing my force.
Yeah, I was like kamikaze. He's like, fire your ship into him. I was like, with me in it? He's like, whatever you want to do. And I was like, all right.
Anytime you're ready.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. A lot of fun stuff you can do in this game, and I really enjoyed it.
Very nice.
You know, Jordan, I wanted to mention some time ago we were in chat and we were talking about our wives and the money we spend, or significant others and the money we spend, and how we deal with that.
That's a sensitive subject there.
And I was thinking, I was on here, I don't know, a year ago, whenever my wife came in and she saw the front page of the beginning page of the website, and she saw on there, it's got your picture on there, and it says, Dad Lando, and it says, what is that? And I said, that's my organization. He said, well, what's the other thing? It's that's Space Marshal. And she says, well, what do you have to do to be a Space Marshal? And I thought, how am I going to get out of here? So I thought, well, remember in the old days, when they wanted Sky Marshals, and I applied to be a Sky Marshal and all that. She said, yeah. I said, well, it's what I go around with other ships and I pretend like I'm a Space Marshal. It's just a little job. I don't think she believed me. She walked away.
Does that actually work?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
that's
terrible.
A lot of
think
us
that
struggle
works.
with that same issue, and
Yeah.
so
Well, I
you
think that works.
dodged a bullet.
I got my son here, and I said, I was talking about the will and the inheritance. There won't be any inheritance. It's all in this.
Oh, no, it's an investment. It's an investment
He
at
did
that point.
dodge a bullet. His wife is smart enough that she'll wait 2 or 3 years and then just bring it up out of nowhere. And he'll be like, what?
Which son
Like in
gets
the middle
which
of-
ship? They're gonna be fighting over the ships.
Yeah.
Aren't you lucky you didn't have that app? What is it? That plugin that shows on the left-hand side how much money you have in melt value in your ships?
I did, and I tore that off. I put that off immediately.
Yeah.
'Cause in fact, I got it from Jordan. He showed me how, because I wanted, have pictures of my ships
Make
like
them
everybody
his-
else.
That
And then I
guy.
saw what it
Picture,
did. I took
yeah.
it off.
So if you ever want to get out of trouble from your wife, that's the guy you want to talk to.
It's way too dangerous, Shaz, and I totally agree having that on there. Yeah. It's great
Yeah.
to get the JSON out to plug it into Starfleet 42, or was it Lundfolkie's app? In order to display your fleet, which is it's the best app for displaying your fleet in
how
any
we
way,
say
shape, or
his name?
form.
It
Sure.
is.
Lundfolkie? Yeah, I think so.
Lundfolkie, okay.
How do you guys say it?
Lund-
No idea.
How's his
Lunfauci?
name?
No, you're right.
Lundfolkie?
Let's just go
Wouldn't
with
it be two C's if it was?
Let's
Lundfolkie?
just go with what you have to say.
Yeah, there it is. Fastcard has it. It's Hangar Explorer. That's the extension. It's a Chrome
Hangar
extension.
Explorer. There you go.
Yeah, Hangar Explorer.
And it's great. It
It's
adds a
everywhere.
lot of abilities for you to filter and sort your hangar and what you have. So you could, I think the base one allows you to do hangar flare and subscription stuff, but it doesn't allow you to do ships only versus ships that are in game packages. I'm not sure what it is. There's a few differences.
Yeah,
And then,
it,
of
yeah, it
course,
gives you most of those options.
yeah, so you get more options with that Explorer pack, and then you also get the ability to export
Shipyard
your,
42. That's the
your
actual name.
fleet. Shipyard 42. There we go.
Yeah.
Starship 42.
It is Starship 42. Let's break the poll and figure it out here.
Did-
Starship.
Delamars calls me a spaceship pusher.
Yeah, it's Starship42.com.
So while we wait,
That's it.
this is actually from the game.
And you go to the Fleet Viewer. It's an
What was
awesome
the name of
tool.
what was the name of this
Yes.
game? It's
Oh, that's
The Outer
from
World.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Yep.
They actually have
Yeah.
the Yacht Club.
They
Oh,
heard
wow.
about us. They heard about
Yeah.
us.
They heard about us. They wrote a story about us. So there you go. Now we're official. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so why don't we keep going on the show? Daymar Rally, the VIP ship. Do you want to pull that up? It's line 97.
Yeah, Bob, I got
That's
you.
that's also
So,
one where they're talking.
By
so
the way,
it's
these
audio and
Twitch
visual.
clips,
is
yeah,
it?
these
Okay.
Twitch
the,
clips are a
the
little
VIP one
annoying.
because they're talking about the VIP ship going down.
Yeah, the problem is with these is they're audio plus, and I can't really mute them effectively. But
Well, just put up the audio.
there you go. No, there you go. So let's go with this. There we go. Got it. So this is a 600i following looks to be a Cyclone. Do we want the audio?
Yeah, we need the audio.
Here we go.
Shadowcat piloting a couple of our wonderful
No.
guests around up in that ship there. So, I don't know, maybe it's another VIP.
Yeah, copy. Okay, so it's got to be a guest. It's got to be our VIPs. It's VIP indeed, says Lieutenant Dan. Our 890s ran out of fuel. Yeah, copy that.
Oh, there you go, okay.
That
So
is
they,
just so.
they had to pack
that's
up
so
all the
funny.
boxes of wine. Carry them
It is
across
so
to the new
funny.
ship.
Just imagine all the VIPs just, standing there on the viewing deck with their raised pinkies drinking their moe.
Well, of course, that's
It
what we
seems the
do.
ship is-
Drink on the
ship
deck.
appears to be slightly slanted. We better be on a course for the ground. Is the captain okay? It's suddenly crashing into the ground, all the VIPs going for a run. It's like the Titanic all over again. Absolutely terrifying for our VIPs.
We need to have
We
Detox on
do
the show.
apologize here at Daymar Rally for any harm that may have come to our VIP.
Just saying. He seems like a great guy. No, so basically we're talking about the 600i that was about to almost crash into the Cyclone, but yet had probably the best view of the whole thing. Actually, Dad Lando, were you on that?
Yes,
Well, then you
filling
can
out
give
my
us-
will.
Why in
Is that because
God's name did I ever
is that
fly
because the
with these
flight
guys?
was questionable?
No, there was. He did. The pilot of the chase ship. He politely, hey, could you back off just a little bit, and of course, we did, but you get so involved. There's one of those things where you get so involved, you're watching, and I didn't realize. I looked around, and all of a sudden, there it was. You could see the other ship in the windshield. I said, "Geez, I guess that is close."
Yeah, I saw another clip or when I was watching the stream, and whoever was the camera person almost ran into one of the
racers or the yeah.
Really?
That's something that we tried to say at the beginning of the race is, for those that are flying, please try and maintain a reasonable distance,
A safe
despite,
following
keeping the VIPs happy by having a closer view. So I think we did an okay job, just with a couple of times where we had to say, okay, it's time to back up just a little bit in our Canadian voice.
Whatever. We had security threatening to blow us up the whole time, so
Really?
they couldn't do it. And first, like their first
We're gonna stay
attempt,
with
they
this
had like some
character.
sabers and a couple of Anis maybe. We were in an 890 jump. They're like, "You better stop firing your turrets, or we're gonna shoot you." And I'm just like, "Yeah, go ahead." Like,
We're in the
You're not gonna
890. I don't
take
think
down
you
the
realize
fire
those
engine.
works.
I
And
heard
then-
about that.
then we had a 30K, and we came back, and they brought a retaliator behind us, and they were threatening us with a retaliator. And if I had remembered then, what I remembered after the rally was over, was that missiles aren't working, so the retaliator was an empty threat, and I should have just kept being as cavalier as I was.
And yeah, the retaliator actually still can't take down an 890 by itself.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
still
just for the
be
sake of
harassing racers.
just
We
for the
weren't
sake of
harassing
time,
racers. Fucking Spectre was just shooting the turret off because he was bored.
he was being a pain in the ass again. It's like, just smack him. He'll behave.
Yeah, that's why I stabbed
Spectre
him.
never behaves.
Good.
Go ahead, Simmy. We have a
just
show
for the
to
sake
go
of time,
through.
let's move forward. Let's move through to the beautiful shot by Tirada, line 99.
Oh god damn it! I just closed that. I thought we were gonna go past all this.
You don't need video. You don't need audio on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's visual.
Yep. There we go. There we go. All right.
Yeah,
Beautiful shot
the
from
next couple
Tirada.
are mostly just
Pew pew.
just visuals.
Pew 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 pew. Can I make the noise? I can't make the noise. Doc, you know what? I tell you what, Lando, Dad Lando, you make the noises because I'll get yelled at.
Yeah, okay.
I'll get yelled at.
So to summarize, this was where there was a dragonfly that was shooting at a Nox, and he got some pretty good visuals of that.
Yeah, pew pew.
Big-
Yeah,
big
that's all I
deal.
hear, right? I mean,
Yeah,
pew,
very
pew,
nice.
Pew pew.
Pew pew
He's
pew.
such a
and
good
then-
cinematographer.
And then the next one, line 101. Let's go to the photo finish, line 100.
Keeps changing everything on me. I had all these queued up. I'm just blaming Stim right now.
Nothing's been changed. It's been the same. since
No,
the
you
beginning.
said we're gonna go past this, so I thought we were going past this. So I closed the entire browser window. Here we go, the photo finish.
Did I specify
This was actually very cool.
like this? What this was? Nice.
Oh, sorry. Didn't see that.
So this is one buggy pulling up right now, and then you're going to see
Second
on the
buggy
bottom
pulling up.
left-hand corner another buggy pull up very quickly here.
Yep, and then the
Yeah, there we
glitching
are.
that insists.
And they're all running
The very
in.
closestness. And yeah.
He rushes in.
Yeah.
And
Now that when you're talking about something like the length of the Paradakar rally, which is the Daymar rally, that's a photo finish for sure. It is.
Dakar
Yeah.
rally.
yeah, over.
Only
how-
the
how many
French
hours
know it
did
as the
go?
Paradakar rally.
Okay, whatever. The Dakar rally.
Dakar.
Thank you, Doc. Only the French know it as the Paradakar.
I am
Reminiscence.
gonna do
Anyway,
a little
go ahead.
segue and
Yep,
go
go ahead.
from Dakar
Segue.
to Deckard Kane, where Kane got blasted on
Oh,
line 101.
Yes, that is a great segue, by the way. Even though I've already closed all these windows.
Yes, the car rally.
Blah, blah, blah.
More like a
Need to
truck.
get
More like
good
I
there,
died in a
Shadowkin.
fire in the the Dakar rally, which is more adequate. So here we see poor Kane. This is the live feed, by the way. As you can see, there's a lot of commotion here. 4 hours, 43 minutes in.
Then they notice him there down there on the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was hiding, hey?
Oh yeah, I was hiding.
Yeah, this is right at the end after he'd been running for hours, and I guess they found him somehow, watching the stream.
Oh, they
Which
shot him
was-
through the rock, it looks like.
Which
Oh,
was
Yeah.
stupid.
Blasted him with a Vanguard.
Two Vanguards.
poor form.
Two Vanguards to
Lame.
kill one person.
Highly
know, right?
disappointed.
I love the fact they had to go through that much to do that. Though.
Kane, if you're
I
still in channel, good job, man.
I
Well
just wanna
done.
know
Yeah,
what
there he is.
security
He is
was
in
on
channel.
that
Well done.
server.
So Kane is node happy or node happy. Don't judge me on that one.
Yeah, 19
Kane-
kilometers away. You know, and he'd been running since 74 kilometers.
Dude,
That's
we're gonna make a running division just for you.
It was like 3 hours of running, they said.
Yeah.
Two Vanguards.
That's pretty awesome that it took that much to kill you on foot. I love that. It's like, hey, can
Nicely
we
done.
try?
Yeah, that was just really epic, really epic.
Can we put that link up in chat, Vengeance, if you're around still? Can you throw up that link on how to go and? Was that taken down?
Support Kane.
Yes, the support for Kane there, the GoFundMe page for getting his valley named after him.
I think we should definitely do that.
I think it's missing. I'll see if I can down.
Okay, if we can find it, that would be great.
We'll make it work.
And that is the security flyover we're watching right now, captured by Tirada.
I
Which
know they
is-
used all their flares.
Yeah, they're flaring out and actually doing some really cool stuff. I thought that was pretty. Let's go back to the beginning here, because it did look pretty neat. Here we go.
Gosh, Tirada's a good flyer, eh?
No, I mean, give it credit to a lot of the other people that are doing some really cool stuff here. I mean, they're flying over the zone, dropping flares. I mean that. I think
That
that's
is really
so
cool.
Well, if you've ever seen a flame angel from a C-130, which is
Yeah.
probably one of the coolest things ever. I actually saw one live.
You're amazing.
It was
You've seen it live?
unbelievable. Yeah,
Wow.
I've seen it live twice actually. Thankfully, Youngstown
I've
Air
only seen it in
Show.
video. and It looks amazing in
But
video.
man, the sound, the seeing it, the airway. Oh man, this just reminds me of that.
Wow.
And then you see like Connie's.
It's not that
and
much
stuff.
fun when you're in the C-130. Just so
Well,
you know.
yeah, it's not. It's pretty boring. You basically push a button and keep flying. But yeah.
Well, no, it just means someone's shooting a missile at you.
Well, no. If you're doing it for fun, it's fun. But yeah, you're right. If it's being shot at, it kind of sucks.
Run away.
Yes, run away. Do
Yeah.
whatever the hell you can. Get away.
Yeah.
All right, we've got quite a few questions to go, so let's
Let's
kick through
do
the rest
that.
of the show real quick.
Let's do that.
So, so that was Saturday. Saturday was a huge day. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people come together. We had
Big
over
day in the
400
show.
people involved in the race itself, and we had, I think there was 1,000 or 1,200 or so people watching the Daymar Rally, which is really great considering the time of year that we're putting it on. And the production crew did a great job, including Detox, of course, of commentating that show. So it was a great show. We moved on then to Monday. Not a lot happened on Sunday. A lot of well-deserved rest for everyone involved in the Daymar Rally. So on Monday, of course, we get This Week in Star Citizen, which tells us what's coming out for the remainder of the week. If you haven't seen that publication that comes out on Monday, it's great to get an idea of what you can expect every week. On Tuesday, out came the Spectrum Insider, which was the Instrument of Surrender Part 1. Now, guys, you've seen us go through the lore posts many times, and we don't really go through them very well. In fact,
not
we
very
have a
good
hard
at it.
time. We like more pictures. Let's just put
Wait,
it that way. However,
Do our
that being
guests
said-
have our guests actually gone through those?
any
maybe-
chance you guys have read it?
No.
It's okay.
No,
fine.
okay.
No,
Great.
sir.
Go on. You're right on
Did
par
not
with
make
us.
Don't
So-
call him sir. Jesus.
So I happened to read it this week.
Oh, very nice.
Well,
Awesome.
I saw part 1, and I thought, you know what? Thank you, CIG, for saying that it was part 1, because
This
I
is
don't
a
want to be left
long
in the
one.
cold. I want to read it. It was really long. I didn't read it all, I have to admit.
Oh my goodness.
Well, then why does it matter?
Why would you claim to read it if you didn't read
Why
all
would
of it?
you say you actually read it then?
So well, because then I could preface and say I didn't read it completely. But you know the Tevarin War, right? Where the whole
Tevarin
tier.
or
Oh
Tavarin?
my God, you
Tavarin.
guys! I am gonna
Tavarin.
bring
Dude.
a.
Okay, wait.
digital
Community,
map.
community.
Learn how to
Wait,
pronounce
your
words.
digital
community.
tongues off.
Is it Tevarin or is it Tavarin?
Stem is triggered.
You're
it
gonna learn how to
Tevarin?
pronounce words correctly.
Is it Tevarin or Tavarin?
That's what you're gonna do.
I've
It's
heard-
Tavarin.
I want production back so I can mute you guys. The fact that I can't mute you right now is really
Oh, I
triggering.
love the fact that now I can't. Go on.
So
Moving
the-
back to the subject at hand.
So Tears, what is the name of that painting? That famous
Tears of
painting
the
in
Sun.
Star Citizen lore, Tears of the Sun, where the Tevarin fly their ships through the Tevarin, because
No,
people that
Tevarin.
are educated know
Alright.
how to say it right,
So,
fly
you
through
still-
the
So,
atmosphere
yeah,
of their home planet and die. You know, in this great sacrifice for posterity and heritage. That story is in that lore post, and that's just part of it.
Okay.
So
Next.
give it a
'Cause
read.
nobody
It's really
read
good.
it.
Well, a lot of people were
You're missing out.
were jumping on to the commenting about the Tavarin ship that they talked about in the lore post.
That's
we
right.
wanna
What was
bring
it
that
called?
up?
It was called the Nova.
something like that. Yeah.
Well, there was
Yeah,
a tank
Nova
called
class.
in
No, it was
there
an
as well.
RSI. This
old
is
was that
RSI
post?
Nova. I know there's a tank, but this was a ship. It
I
wasn't a
think
tank.
that's a new
It
one.
was,
There was an
it was
RSI Nova
Nova.
Scout,
Yeah,
and then there was also a Tavaran ship as well.
A Jackal.
true.
Jackal. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
What was the date on that post? Is that an old repeat post,
I thought that was a new one.
It's
or was it
maybe
new? If it's
I
new,
didn't-
then
Yeah, I
I'll
actually
look.
looked it up.
Might
I
be
didn't see
January
anything.
29th, 2020.
then that could be cluing people
It
to
could be.
some upcoming ships at some point.
I might have read it all. I got pretty far.
Could be.
Probably not.
What, you didn't read
And
the
God
pronunciation
for
table.
Mega Hattons.
Look, there's those that know how to pronounce things well, and there's those that think.
Dude,
they know
it's
how to pronounce
Tavaran. Just get past it, all
And there's
right?
I know.
convenience.
I'm one of those that knows how to pronounce things well.
That is his PhD.
I'm with the doc on this one, actually.
it. There's some
Moving
that take it
along.
personally.
Process.
And then there are
Something
some that are bold and mispronounce words all the time.
Onwards,
We need the trigger
motherfuckers.
to
Let's
back.
go.
We need the trigger to mode back.
Oh, here he goes.
Okay.
Let's say he's throwing him down.
Okay, then we have the Squadron 42 monthly report, but we don't talk about the Squadron 42 monthly report
Because Shadow
we
doesn't
see
like
it as
it?
being spoilers. No,
No.
it has, well, it started off with Shadow, but it's not really about Shadow. It's about the fact that Squadron 42 is going to come out.
It's not
We're not
about
going to
me.
talk about what's happening because it impacts the PU so much. If there's ships and that kind of thing that are upcoming, we do dive into it, but that's more on the roadmap updates. So, then the last link there. What is that last link?
For our citizens.
No. Thank
Oh,
you, guides.
Oh,
Oh.
yes, that was a last minute thing this afternoon. So the
Totally missed that. Sorry, guys.
the
Molly
help
posted
guides.
that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the help guides actually have helped thousands and thousands of instances of helping new players answer
my
questions,
God, you
reply
guys
with them,
are
that sort of
ham.
thing. And so they are giving away free ships to the top help.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Which
start
that
accepting
that was
more of those.
unexpected. And there's more
That's
stuff
great.
coming. Yeah.
Those
they're gonna be
guides
doing
are
more of it.
phenomenal, by the way, and a big applause to whoever got that initiative going and whoever
It's fun to do.
completed and got it through. Those are really good.
As Jordan can attest to, I like to help out newbies, so it's fun. Like they ask questions that I can answer usually pretty quickly.
And the first thing you do is tell them that they're spelling it wrong.
I
is that
usually
And then after that, you answer their
Seriously?
question once they
He goes
come
from
around
like
to your
shots
ways.
received to shots fired immediately.
I correct everybody's grammar. It's fine. Don't worry
No,
about
it's
it.
fine.
I should
Yeah,
I should
I'm
get
okay
on that
with
guide.
this.
I love
I have
answering
to work
questions,
with
and
them,
I'm
so-
doing it in
But
verse all the time
here's
too.
here's the thing about it that's a little shitty. You get 10 minutes to accept it. So
10 minutes.
I get notified. Yeah, I get
thought it
notified
was
throughout the day that I've got guiding requests, but I don't get the notifications until like an hour later. So I'm like, okay, that's good to know. 5 people tried to guide me, but
Do you have to
interesting.
have a page up to be paying attention to it all the
yeah.
time? Or
So
something?
if you allow Spectrum to make notifications on Windows, which I hadn't done, but I changed it so it could, it'll play a little doo-doo noise when you get a notification.
Is that exactly how it goes? Doo-doo?
No, it's more
Is
like
that what we're listening for? Because I hear that all the time. Every ring in my ear
Yeah.
is close to that. You're saying
Yeah.
Dad
So
Lando
it
knows what I'm talking about. That's the funny part.
makes
He
a
knows what
noise.
I'm talking about.
And then you have like 10 minutes to accept it. And then what it does is it opens up a conversation between you two, direct messages. And they can ask questions, and you can set up times in game where you can go on and actually physically show them what to do. And
Very
play with them
nice.
where you can just try to talk them through it. Like it depends on what kind of help they need. Somebody wanted to know how to mine. That was fun. Most of the time it's questions like, how do I start my ship? And
Lots of basic stuff. How,
yeah.
where,
Should
where
I buy
go?
something
What should
better
I
than
do?
an Aurora? Like, yeah, so it's fun to do.
Okay, so let's dive into the questions.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're getting to that time. And the first question I have of Dad Lando and Bro Lando are, do you think it's Tevarin or Tavarin?
Oh, great question. Please do chime
Yeah.
in.
I was trying to say I can be objective.
No, fuck that. You need to be authoritative at this point.
Tell us how it is. We will acquiesce to
Because
your
I would love to
determination.
hear.
Yeah, I do that, and then is Tyler still on here?
None of that matters right now. He's long asleep.
He's gone. This isn't about Tyler right now. This is about you.
Okay. All right. If I was looking at the word, I would say it was Tavarin.
Yeah, because you speak English.
Salute.
Some of us that are exposed to other languages in our lives, we appreciate.
Sweet Can we move on
Okay,
to real questions?
They
Bro
can't
Lando,
distinguish the difference between regular English and
if you're going to stab
English.
me in the back, Bro Lando, let's just move on to the next segment. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the first question comes in. It's for Dad Lando. Dad Lando, I'd love to hear about your involvement in role play. Do you see your org participating in Operation Pitchfork?
Ooh, good question. I'm going to step away for 5 seconds.
The whole organization that's why it was started is role play.
Nice.
I think we've talked a little bit about. I talked to Jared a long time ago about whether it would be just a regular organization or role play, and he goes, "Why do you want to go role play?" And now he plays DM, so that shows you where it goes. But yes, the short answer is yes, and very much so. It's getting a little slow off the ground because, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that, and I was included in playing role play, that are a little, well, geez, I don't want to do that, or they only want to do it to a certain degree, or that's too embarrassing. What if somebody catches me while I'm doing it? And speaking of family members inside the house or whatever, but you know what? I don't care. It's all about that's how I get immersed in the game is role playing. As long as I have a commander's chair and I can tell everybody what to do, I'm fine.
Yeah, a lot of people really do like the role play, and some people just want to have a little bit more of a casual experience. So
Yeah.
completely understand that. And then Bro Lando, do you have are you involved in the org at all, in the medical org?
I don't believe so. I know I joined one with him a few years back. I don't know if I'm
He's
still.
a warrant too in the force in the
Okay.
IDAI.
Oh, nice. And do you want to tell everybody a little bit about what that org is about?
What, IDAI?
Yes.
Yes. In a very short term, in very short words, it's a force protection organization. It's to, and I think I've said this a couple of times, is to protect those that can't protect themselves. And I saw a need for it during Daymar Rally because although their security was good, I mean, their security was good. I don't want to cast any aspersions on it, so I don't want to go any further than that. But I thought, you know what, this would have been a perfect opportunity for IDAI to get involved, especially with the big monster ships that we have. A couple of hammerheads down there would have kind of dissuaded people from griefing a little bit, But like you say, you're taking a chance by when you do something like that because of the griefing situation. And I wasn't going to get involved in the griefing discussion because I've got some real. I think Jordan knows how I'm talking about because we've talked about it before. I've got no use for it. I don't understand it. I don't understand that mentality, but I could see where there's a need for an organization like ours, and that's where we would do what we would do is to participate and help non-combatant orgs accomplish their goals. And if we can do that, then we've accomplished ours.
So I really like the goal behind the org. I think that myself, I'm a bit of a Care Bear when I play Star Citizen, when I play other games. So I'm really, I enjoy the PvP side of it, but I don't like going onto a server, where you're constantly getting ganked by roving mobs of people and you can't actually get anything done. For me, I'm a very much a PvE player, so I like the idea that you're going around and helping kind of be that social net of helping some people get more acclimated towards the PvP environment as well. And kind of a question I have here, and it's funny. You might be thinking, okay, well, it's going to get a little bit real at this moment, but is there any connection in your mind between griefing and cyberbullying? And is that too far of a stretch? And is that, if it isn't, is there a connection in there behind your motivation to form that organization and move it forward?
Stem, that was an excellent choice of words because I'm going to give you my opinion and my opinion only. To me, there is no difference between cyberbullying and griefing. Okay, I don't. I being in law enforcement, all my most of my adult life after I got out of the service, and working in a prison, it's like working in a trash can, and you get to see the best of humanity. And I guess when I lived with it for 30 years and had to play with it and then see anything that resembles it in this game, I go berserk. Okay? I
I'm
do.
not alone.
I don't understand it. I don't understand the motivation. While I understand the people that do it, believe me, I understand them. Okay? I don't understand why they do it in the game.
But it's more extreme in the game, right? Because
Yes.
stupid people can be far stupider when they have no chance of being having repercussions.
The anonymity drives me nuts. Okay.
Yep.
But do you want to?
Hawkeye, thanks for the big tip, buddy.
Yeah.
50.
Do you want to come back there and
Well
make
done,
the
son.
game
Wow.
so restrictive that if it's like the Hitler Youth, you don't want everybody telling on their parents. You don't want to,
Right.
How do you come up with a system that, okay, he griefed me once, he griefed me twice, I'm not going to let him do it a third time.
Sure.
Okay. So the system's there. I know the CIG. I see it, and I'm constantly going, no, I've wanted to say, you know what, you need to really look at this person because I've been on the server with this person at least 4 times, and he or she is a pain in the butt, But then I think, you know what, that's not really my job, okay? And I don't. There's a lot of things that I can't do. Obviously, I can't go around policing Star Citizen because, there's obvious reasons why I can't do that. Although I would if I could. Okay, because I love this game. I mean, I think you guys know me well enough now, and anybody that's been with me.
Wait, who
This
are
game is no game to me. It's kind of a
It's a lifestyle.
yeah.
It's a passion.
It's not a phase, Mom.
I'm not going to grow out of it, okay? It's who I am.
That's
I gotta
that's
go.
very true.
Yeah.
Must
no.
go,
All right,
Doc.
bye-bye.
If you have to go, Doc, go for it. So
Take care, Doc.
before anybody else goes, though,
Thanks for
we
being
have
on.
a ship giveaway to do.
Oh, yeah.
And we also have some more questions to get through. So we're going to try and push through those questions as soon as we can. And Dad Lando, thank you for sharing that. To me, I mean, I didn't go through a lot of bullying, as a child or anything, but I'd certainly recognize that not only have a lot of people gone through that that are in this community, it's not like I haven't been exposed to it. And bullying is a really nasty feeling, and those that are bullies that have done it can often get into that case without really realizing what's going on until it's too late.
We're
I
very
just say,
angry
don't be
about having
fucking
been
bullied. People's opinion of you should not determine what you feel as a person. You should not let somebody else determine who you are.
you-
You determine who you
you-
are, and it's
You
just
can't
that
tell
simple.
us what emotional baggage we carry around in our
that's
No, I
good,
can
Shadow.
tell you
That's
that.
really
I
good.
can tell you that because that is
You-
the reality of it.
You
I
you
was
can
told
admit it all you-
as a
admit it
child
all
I
you
was
want, but
mentally retarded. I can never do anything. I will basically be nothing in this world. And thank you
And he
very
took
much.
control. He took
Yeah,
control.
took
He
a
didn't
fucking
let
control
what
because
people
that's
say.
what it is. Don't let
Hurt
somebody
him,
else's
yeah.
opinion determine who you are.
Look,
Anyway.
when I went through leukemia and had to go through a lot of life changes, you do learn not to take what other people say because you recognize where they're coming from, and it's actually not about you; it's about them when they're saying shit like that.
Well, it's
But
their littleness.
it's their stuff going on. It actually has nothing to do about you. It's about how they feel when they go through it. You happen to be a vehicle by which they can communicate and produce the feelings that they're going through.
You know, you're absolutely right. It's usually not what they say that bothers me so much as their action.
Yes.
You know, trying to get off the pad at Port O, and here comes a huge hammerhead crashing down on the deck. Okay, they must have 3 or 4 of them up there because I've been on Port O where you can't take off.
yeah,
And that's the type of behavior I'm talking about, and that definitely determines your gameplay.
Yeah, and so going back to what you were saying earlier, it's like I'm no longer bothered by those things, but I'm triggered by people that still act like those bullies. Like there's no reason for somebody to go and just their sole intent is to ruin somebody else's day, and they get off on it. And there's tons of people that's like, and I've seen their streams. And these are some notorious griefers in Star Citizen, and it's like they literally get off on it. It's like, oh man, I totally ruined that guy's day. And he's all pissed off, and he spent hours trying
They
to
are
do
and
something.
always be
Yeah.
worthless. Listen to
They
me
are
now.
worthless.
You will be
But
worthless. You
I
will
still-
stand worthless. We will always persist. You will not.
Yeah.
I
Enough said.
fully intend to
Bring it. That's all I say.
influence
I don't
their
even care.
Great. Okay, so Dad Lando and Bro Lando, what are your favorite ships?
Ooh, good question.
Mine is the hammerhead.
Oh God, yeah.
Nice. Despite
you-
being pad rammed.
Well,
It's a
Hmm.
maturity
you don't want to be
not
pet
everybody
rammed,
has.
but
That's why I've got 4 of them now.
yeah.
I never,
Wow.
I never
shit,
got a
somebody's-
chance to fly it, but I really liked the idea of that. I think it was called a terrapin. I really liked it. With
Terrapin.
it was the 2 seats side by side or whatever. I think I
Dr.
really
Murray
liked
prefers
the
to call it the Taparin. Just so
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, good.
Jesus. There it is again. No, I like that ocean, actually. I like
that's
that
a
one
great
a lot.
ship. That's a great job. I'm sorry. I should stop.
It's very
Okay.
good. No, you're fine.
So, a question comes from Fastcart, and this comes through the website. Is it weird for Bro Lando to call his dad Lando and vice versa?
Only because I'm just trying to do it for the stream. I guess I could call him Dad, or
Or
I usually just call him Father, or
That's very formal.
or come
yeah,
on,
I've
there's gotta be
always
a better
called-
one.
Or
Was that a and excuse me if I'm prying, was that sort of the norm? Was the Lando family fairly formal growing up?
no. See, the way I'd see it is my parents were both very loving, but they were both 2 different types of people. My mom was kill 'em with kindness, and my dad
was just kill 'em.
always, yeah, basically. No, but
I
in a
feel like
good
that's
way.
what it was.
In a good way,
Sure.
like my mom would be like, if I got bullied or something like that, my mom would be like, well, why don't you take him out, maybe buy him a soda. And my dad's like, here, take this key, put it between your fingers, and just punch him in the throat. And I'm like,
That
oh,
was my
okay.
dad.
Yeah, and and it was, but it was good because you got to see both sides, and you always saw the reasoning behind both.
Okay.
Very nice.
But no,
Yeah, next
it
time-
was.
The next time you see
Sorry.
Jared, ask him about when I was teaching him about God.
Ooh,
Oh.
I like where this is going. Please do continue.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I guess it was pretty formal with our dad. There was, I don't want to say a fear, but it was, dad was always larger than life.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool. That's
he
really
he
cool.
was he never had to say it, and we never told him, but he was for the most part like a hero to us.
Mhm.
But there was still he was still human, and you knew he was human, and
Mhm.
so he he had his failings, he had his wins, and that was always what showed us that it was okay for us to fail, and it was okay to when you win, not shove it in someone's face. Just know that when you've done what you've done, it's for a reason. Don't ever apologize for what you did. You did
Mhm.
what you did because it's who you were. It's who you were supposed to be, and that's all it's ever going to be.
Great
And I
advice.
mean that shows a level of respect that must feel pretty good. Hey, Dad Lando?
Yes. Yes, it feels awesome.
Yes.
It always has.
Cool. I mean, I know, and this is, I think this is wonderful. My dad and I have had a couple of heart to hearts, but that right there, if that had happened with myself and my father, that would have been a significant moment.
Well, let
right
me
there.
tell you a short little quick,
that-
very, very quick story about my dad. I got in a fight when I was a freshman with a senior, and he literally handed me a pair of boxing gloves that I never even knew he had. My dad's like, if you know my dad, like Pixel and some of you, he's the most like calm, very laid back, but he was a sniper, so he handed me a pair of boxing gloves, said take him up to the field next year and challenge him to a fight. I was like, okay, well, and I won because he was basically just running away the entire time. That's that point of just the stance of being a great father. I don't know. That's my bit. I thought it was pretty awesome. I can relate to that. Just go up there and kick his ass. Here's the gloves to do it. If you get your ass kicked, well, then there you go. You learned something. Anyway.
Next question. This comes from Asterjack. Did you get a nerdgasm when playing Theaters of War? Okay, this is clearly for us. You know what we'll do, Astro? Apologies. Because of time, and I know that Jordan has to go. We're going to save the questions that are for us for the next show because we also have a ship giveaway to do. So why don't we get to that? Because the rest of the questions are for the rest of the cast. I want to make sure that we do the ship giveaway in time. So we have to figure out a ship that we're going to give away.
Oh yeah.
Let's double check. Shad Lando is the figure at the top of the screen. Is that accurate?
345. Yes, that is correct. That is 100%
Excellent.
correct. Thank you for awesome algorithms.
Yeah, well done on that.
Another
Okay.
incoming one.
I just still disbelieve that you actually came up with that. It's awesome.
I know it's like it's about $1 off, but it's okay.
So Shad Lando was able to come up with an algorithm in the design to make it so that the Twitch removal, like the Twitch take, was
And
taken
PayPal.
out of the and PayPal was taken out of the reported value, which is really impressive. Okay, so we need to find a ship to give away because we have 345. That might be 2 ships. Hey,
What's your okay? So Dad Lando favorite ship is a Hammerhead. That's a little expensive. What's your second favorite ship?
The Lancer.
ooh,
The MIS.
Good old.
the Miss,
oh,
nice,
yes.
nice. I have one of those. I'm very fond of it.
It's a nice ship.
Do we have one of those to give away? Is the question. Astro Jack, are you in channel? Do you have one of those for us to give away?
We have his list.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
we
do.
do.
Can you
Yeah,
check
don't-
it? Because that would be a
I
great ship
don't-
to give away.
Yeah, I don't see one.
I
We
don't
like giving
see
away
a-
guest ships.
Yeah, because it's great because it moves them towards concierge goals, and then it helps funnel money through, and eventually that money comes back to CIG, and they make more money. So every donation that comes in supports the project directly, which is nice. Well, and it also touches more pockets, and it affects more people as opposed to just buying it directly through through the CIG store, which is kind of interesting.
Thank you to the follow, Anubis. We had a lot of activity there the last few minutes. You guys all rock. But yes. 3:45. I think we can.
Do we have any Cutlass Reds?
Oh, well, they're still up for
That would be
sale,
good.
right? Aren't they?
Oh, they
still?
are. Of course they are. Yeah. So Vengeance just pinged in saying a Freelancer plus 2 Cutlass Reds would be 350. I'll throw in the extra $5 to make that happen.
Really? Wow. That would be great.
I
Let's
might,
do
I'm
that.
like,
Hey, baby, let me show you.
in
how
Canadian,
to-
that's
up
like
there?
My name-
$35.
My
but,
name's Lando. No, dude, you don't understand. We're all named Lando at this point, so hey, baby, we could totally pull that off. Yeah. What
Okay,
is,
so
I
do we
fear
have
this
anything
is
other
not
than a
going well.
Freelancer base?
No, dude, Dad, any of the Landos, you know, as soon as you step on the show, it's never gonna go well. But that's the reason why you're here.
Is there? So Vengeance, can you check the store and find
So
out if there's something other
120.
than the Freelancer base? The Freelancer base is just
Well, why
I'm
don't
not
we
a
do?
fan.
Why don't we start off with 2 Cutlass Reds?
okay. And then
War
we'll see what
bonds
else,
are
what else
120.
comes in.
Yeah, War Bonds are 120. That's
Oh, the
240.
Dur's for sale.
Well, let's just start with that. So normally it's T-Nicer, but now we have awesome mods. We have T-Nicer and Vengeance. Can we get a using Streamlabs? I could set up if you guys can't. Yell at me in chat because I was doing this for a while until you guys came around. You
Okay,
guys,
so the
oh my
Max is
god,
also available.
they're being awesome as always.
Okay, but let's do. I'm happy.
Oh,
Xylo
Xylo
has a
has
suggestion, apparently.
Xylo has a suggestion.
What's the suggestion?
Xylo has a suggestion. Chills and Tavern, thank you for the. I love you. Oh my God, he's actually. He's
Xylo,
found,
awesome.
Oh,
He's
man,
found-
nice.
Yeah,
an Astro Jack,
happy
another
to do it.
50.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
No, what did he say? No, so there's actually 50.
Xylo says give away a Cutlass Red on us.
CIG
will
is
do
going to
that.
donate one.
We were
for
going to
us
give away one anyway, but let's do that
Yeah.
now. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
So
All right.
mods. Do you want me
In
to
honor
set
of
it
Dad
up,
Lando.
or do you
Thanks,
want
Xylo.
me-
That's awesome.
Thanks,
Xylo,
Xylo, it's
you
really
rock.
generous.
I tell you what, when
Right,
Xylo
it's
came
done.
over, when I stayed in Manchester, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I know. I was like literally walking by him, like expecting him not to pay attention to me, but like he like, "Hey," and it was cool. I had a big old Xylo, love you, brother. Good man, good man. All right, so let's do this. Let me set this up.
So
evidently
now
I
we've
won't.
just had more money come in, so we're now
We
at
did
$3.95.
$3.95. Yeah.
So what if we, because one Cutlass Red coming in from CIG.
Well, let's do 3. Let's
through
do
Xylo.
3 right off
So
the
then
bat.
2 more
That's
Cutlass Reds, that's 3, and then
360.
also we're up for a Freelancer Dur. What does that add up to? Can we do our?
Let's just get through
So,
these first ones.
135 and 4 times 120.
All right, here we
Oh
go.
shit! Thanks for all the subs there, Chili's. Chili's Tavern just gifted 10 tier 1 subs to
Oh my goodness!
a bunch
Wow,
of
man.
folks.
Okay, so
that is awesome.
I just
Wow.
opened up the first Cutlass Red giveaway on CIG. This is super cool. First time ever. Never thought
On the
we would
Yacht
get to
Club?
that point.
I'm actually
That's
super
very
thrilled
cool.
about this.
I
This
know,
very
this is
cool.
freaking
It's
cool.
very cool.
Very cool.
So bang ship me, as you can see, you can't do the actual bang ship me emote, but do it anyway after you did the bang ship me. So you have to be a follower and in our Discord. That's the only requirements.
Yep. So let's post the Discord link as well, just to make sure we've got it.
Yep, bang ship me if you're a subscriber. Definitely do the little like thing. No, this is super cool. Zalo, sir, thank you so much. Are
I
you
wish we could
drinks?
turn off Bob the yacht bot.
Yeah, I know. We tried to turn him off, but we couldn't.
No way to.
Can't turn him off. He's just in it for the win.
We were
Bob
able
the
to do
Outback.
that with Streamlabs.
I
That's
know.
another benefit.
I know. You keep saying all these great things, but I actually made this work. So we had audio work twice in a row. So I don't want to hear it. Anyway, all right. So you got another minute to get in. Bang ship me. We're giving away a actual first time ever ship on CIG's tab. Thank you, Zalo. This is freaking cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna do a
really
Cutlass
cool.
Red. Very cool. So we're gonna give away 1 on them. We're gonna give at least 2 more away on us.
Yeah, so I've worked it out. So it's 375 minus the one from CIG, and we're at
Beautiful.
395. So we can do that. That's great.
All right, here we go. 30 seconds. We're going to close this one early just because this is super freaking cool. So 30 seconds, bang shipping, everyone get in. I'm going to have a nice long sip of my drink. Make sure you're following us. Make sure you're in our Discord. And one of our awesome mobs will throw... will throw
Mods.
the... They really are a mob. There it is, right there. Thank you, T-Nicer.
T-Nicer and Vengeance, two awesome mods.
Two-
We couldn't do the show without their
You
help.
really could not do them without it. I mean, this is...
Yeah.
Do them
Really
without
helped
it.
so much.
Yeah, whatever. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Closing the entries. Picking a winner. Yogi!
Yogi.
Oh my God!
Nicely
Look,
done,
I got.
man.
Congrats,
I
Yogi.
got. I'm not
Awesome.
You have
supposed
to
to
respond
have
in
face
chat.
swear. Come
There
on,
we go.
Yogi is here.
Awesome,
Look at my
Yogi.
nose.
Congratulations.
My nose.
Nice nose.
It's not supposed to be
Nice.
that way. I literally took off all that shit and it still shows up because this is gonna be your thing now, Stim.
Congrats, Yogi.
Yogi, awesome shot. That is awesome. That is the very first thing that we gave away that is not ours. Usually I wake up like a few hours later and realize my fleet's a lot smaller and I have no idea what happens. Thank you, Sig. Thank you for not being the first
Yeah,
one.
thank you. That's awesome.
Okay, so that's the first one. Let's just rattle off the next one right off the bat.
Okay, so Yogi, contact me, and we'll figure out where we go from there with CIG for getting that shipped to you. Okay, buddy?
Actually, contact me because I've got all the other ones. Or contact one of us. We'll get to you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and then the next Cutlass Red, let's line it up.
Let's line it up, Shivak. Let's give away. Here we go.
This is amazing.
People. Here
Guys,
we
we're giving
go.
away
Here we go.
$495 worth of ships, all because you guys contributed to make this show really cool.
Here we go. And
So
it
thanks for everybody for doing that.
is now active. As everyone has already known. Zalo, by the way. Sig, by the way. Thank you very much. That
Yeah.
was...
Thank you.
That was like a check of the box of one of the things we want to do on this show. Because we don't
total
take
milestone,
anything.
yeah.
We do not take anything from the show. It actually costs us money. But we love the fact that we're able to help this awesome community become even amazing. And it's like everything else from everyone else. It's like, oh, it's being awesome. I just love it. So,
You know,
anyway.
I actually had a buddy say to me, like, so, you know, you've been doing this for so long, and you guys have raised how much for CIG? I'm like, well, the community's doing it. It's not us. He says, well, are they not going to give you a ship to give away? I'm like, look, it'll happen when it happens. We're not going to push for it. We're not going to ask for it.
Zalo said, don't
know?
thank me.
And then, boom.
Thank
done.
each other.
Awesome.
He's right.
We do have a really awesome community here, Xylo. We
Yeah.
love what's built up around the Yacht Club. Just really great
So
people.
cool.
Yeah.
I think the energy and the positivity and the love and just this casual, fun community is just the best.
Yeah.
Really, some of the best.
I feel super blessed to be a part of it, and just to be going through this journey and meeting people like Dad Lando and of course Jared's brother and everybody else that's involved in it.
Genocide,
Bringing
thanks
people
for the
together, it's
sub,
been
buddy.
amazing.
So
I
when are we
say,
gonna have
I don't
Xylo
feel like
on the
there's
show?
there's no
Xylo.
journey. There's oh yeah.
Come on,
Well,
we need to get you
No,
on
if
the
you want
show
to come on
here
the show,
too.
just talk to us, man. We'll make it
so
happen.
so I mentioned that the last time I was in Manchester, and but I feel like there's gonna. I feel like we gotta get Jared on first. But now that I feel like we have enough firepower from Dad Lando and from Bro Lando, I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to be here. So
Seriously, want to have Xylo on the show. He's awesome.
So Dad Lando, can we nudge you a little bit to you want to be on that show? Come on. If there's anyone here. Well, actually, Bro Lando, you can heckle him enough, right? You could be like throwing some jeers in.
Talking about griefing, I'll show you griefing.
Oh, there we go. That's it right there.
Okay, so what I'll have to say right there is, while that would be a super entertaining show, I don't want to blindside anybody that comes on this show. Okay, that's really important. Coming on this show is
He's so
a safe,
comedian.
awesome place to come to.
Yes, it is a
Yeah.
fun, feel good time. It is a feel good time for everybody.
Well, and if we want to encourage people to come on the show that are closer to CIG so that we can expose
The The
you know, what's
awesomeness.
going on to the community and have another conduit there. And it's personal milestones that, you know, Shadow and I and Jordan would love to see happen.
Yeah.
So we want to
Well,
make sure
and-
that is a safe place to come on, so that there's no black
Fun
marks or people don't
place.
decide to go away, or that's the last time we
Fun
ever do that.
place.
We
No.
want it to be a good place
And
to
no-
come to.
And no pushing for secret inside information. I
No, we
think
really
that
don't care about that.
it's-
We just want real
It's
people.
really to get to know them as people and their experience in this project.
Exactly.
As backers, as
Exactly.
people who join CIG, and how great it is to be a
Be
part
a
of this
part
on,
of
on
this
their side.
awesomeness. Yeah.
And not as an official spokesperson when they come on the show. This is their time off to come and join
Right.
us in a Bar Citizen online.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty
Say
cool of
whatever
you
the hell
guys,
you want.
actually.
That's
That's
what-
really cool.
That's what this is about. It's,
It really
it's not about
is.
bringing them on as an official spokesperson and pumping them for information.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
you have to behave yourself, bro, Lando, if you want to be on.
no,
with
you
your
don't have
brother.
to behave yourself. Be
Always.
yourself.
Always.
Literally be yourself. All right, we're closing this one out. Here we go. We're
Okay.
gonna pick a winner. Here we go. Next
Okay,
Cutlass Red.
Cutlass Red number 2.
Strigly, are you
Strigley!
here?
Oh, congrats, Strigley.
Strigly, are you
Strigley's
here?
Yeah, Strigley.
Been around here more lately. Good to see you.
He's here.
there he is.
Yeah,
Nice
very
one.
nice.
Good to
Strigley,
see
get a
Strigley
hold of
win.
me.
Awesome, congrats.
We will get you your brand new, shiny, very, very bright Cutlass Red.
Red. Red.
Very nice, very nice. So do we want to wait to
Nicely
do
done.
another one? We get any
No,
more
time
close
wise,
there?
we gotta
there's
put,
no
we gotta
more-
push
there's
right
no
through
more
them. There's no
waiting.
time.
Push
Yeah, we all
right
gotta,
through.
like,
So let's line up the next one.
Wrap
Now,
it up. Wrap it up.
Do they need to re-enter, or are they already entered
They
for each
do
one?
have to re-enter. Here we go. It's
do.
live.
Okay, so-
They didn't used to have to. Something
No.
changed.
Yeah, we didn't used to have
Well, there's a reason for that. You guys bitched about bots, and I did a thing that fixed that, so now they have to do it. So there you go.
Who bitched about bots? None of
You
us bitched
guys
about-
did. I fixed the
No.
thing, but you said the thing with the
Nobody
thing. and I
here
said I
bitched about a
fixed it.
bot that I know of.
Holy
Behind the
Christ.
scenes.
These guys
Yeah, well,
have
you mentioned-
no idea what technology
I
is.
wasn't bitching about bots.
Nobody
How come I
has
feel like
anything
I'm
about
responding to a
It's like-
domestic violence.
They really are. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I only started
Exactly.
bitching about this bot.
So Lando, if Duck
The one that's like
Dad
happening
Lando.
in chat right now
Yeah,
that never used to happen in
yeah,
chat.
if you had
Yeah,
to show,
totally
holy
spams us.
great chilies,
Hype
dude.
train incoming. Oh.
Chilies, thanks for
Whoa,
the
holy
massive
shit.
sub bomb there. You rock,
Holy
sir.
shit, Chili's. That is amazing.
Strigly.
Chili's Tavern
That is amazing.
crushing it with the sub bomb. Thank you so,
Thanks,
much.
man.
10 more. You
Wow.
absolutely rock. Thank you so
Man.
much, man. Thank you so much. That is
Thanks, guys.
not what keeps us on air, but boy, does it keep everyone coming back.
It's a lot of fun, and
No,
all
it's
of the
awesome.
all the
It's
subscriptions
great
go
support.
towards more ship giveaways. It's
They
really
really do.
appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah, so the way
All that
those work
goes-
is all the subs actually get tallied up at the end of the month, and we throw that into the pot. So the giveaway-o-meter actually starts off that way when we get it all up. So
Yeah.
very cool.
For those that weren't there for it, when we had Dr. Drones on the show, we gave away an 890 jump, a Carrack, a Mercury Star Runner, 2 CitizenCon goodie bags. And we also had another contest that was closing that we
Oh.
gave away. What was it? 2 challenge coins.
Thanks,
Some-
Sage.
do you have a challenge coin to show?
I do.
There. So we've got these amazing challenge coins, which again, all the sales for these challenge. Well, actually, we don't sell the challenge coins yet, but they only go out to those, and we are in the process of getting those challenge coins out to those we've
And
given
that
away
is
to.
my fault. That is my fault.
But these challenge coins are beautiful. But guys, all of this money, it's coming from the community. It's coming from all you guys watching and making it a really, really fun show. And again, it all goes through to CIG in the end. Look at that, hey? That's
well,
really
it's the support of
That's
the
great.
awesomeness of what you guys actually do. And Stimmy, you should have yours.
Yeah, I've got mine. I've got a bag of them ready to go to send to all the Canadians that have pushed through. So I've got a few to send out, guys. They will be coming out within the next week.
And seriously, all the people that won those like months away are it's my fault. I'm sorry. I'm actually very busy and I'm sorry, but
They're coming.
we will I swear I will get And it's included for
It reminds
Nemo.
me of somebody else who kept bitching about
Yeah,
challenge not going
You
out.
know what?
That was
You know
2
what?
weeks.
I didn't get
2
mine for
weeks.
long enough.
It was 2 weeks. You guys were in Manchester, and then there were 2 weeks, and there was Christmas. And
You thought you'd get it for
And
Christmas.
then
is that it?
Icona actually sent me one.
well, because you didn't
No,
wait,
I know,
and
I
you
know.
asked, and
No,
you
dude,
harassed, and
seriously.
you made me look like a piece of shit.
No, you're
I-
not. Jordan, anyone knows in this entire community you are nothing
I-
but that.
I just gotta
You
keep giving you
are
a hard time
the
about that.
yeah. You should keep doing it because Stim does that all day. But anyway, no. But the
It's
best thing
too
about
much fun.
the Hawaiian is got big bennies. Love that. And then yeah, so yeah,
when,
very cool.
When is this store going up, Shadowkin? And
Oh
what-
god,
and-
it's very soon. I mean, I targeted February 1st. It should make the first week of soon. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, Yacht Club
Very,
Challenge
very
points.
nice.
So
Looking
yeah,
forward to getting one someday.
Spectre got one. Actually, I don't think we went to Whistler. We did some things. Yes, soon TM. Kane, I feel like Kane needs one. So Kane, if you're in chat, get a hold of me in our Discord. I feel like you need a coin.
and that's the pins that we put together.
Oh yeah, the pins came out really good. Yeah, I
Close
feel
to
like
blurry.
Kane needs a coin. So Kane, get a hold of me in chat. You probably already have. You're probably yelling at me, Yogi.
For those that
Hey,
love
Yogi!
pins on bags and jackets and stuff.
And bags on pins. Anyway, all right. So let's close this one out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Closing entries. Picking a winner.
Third, Cutlass Red coming out.
No,
Congrats, no
that name.
Nomad?
Nomad, are you here?
No.
Are you here?
Nomad?
Nomad.
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 I saw him around earlier.
Dr. Murray would
Hey,
say it right.
there he
There's
is.
Nomad.
Nomad.
There
There
it
he
is.
is.
Congratulations, man. Or woman.
Congratulations. Get a hold of
Or-
me and
Self-identifying
in
as
our
non-binary,
Discord?
or
oh,
otherwise.
I love that he gets that. Oh,
You gotta be
jeez.
PC.
I'm never PC. Anyway, all right. So that was 3 Cutlass Reds.
And now we have
That's phenomenal.
Now we've got to set up the last one for a freelancer Dur.
Hype train success. What the hell was that?
Another heist. Wow, level 3 completed. Well done, everybody.
What does that mean?
I have no idea what that even means.
Nomiad subscriber at tier 1. Didn't
No,
you set this up?
No, I have no idea.
Emotes are
I
being
have
delivered to
no
supporters?
idea what's going on. No, I mean there was a hype train
Nuts.
success big thingy that came across the top there. Such
Look at all
strong
those
support,
emotes.
level 3.
What are those emotes? Where those
We
come
have
from?
no idea what this is, and this is
We
our
have
show.
no idea what's going on. We're just
We-
we're totally lost here.
We like
We're
ships.
really professionals at this.
We like sci-fi.
If enough ships or bits are done in a short period of time, Twitch triggers a.
What? Did we like hit some new thing or?
Some
Yeah,
milestone.
apparently so. A hype
Wow.
train. Twitch triggers hype train.
That's the first time we've done a hype
Time to
train. As far as I know.
to try and stimulate more people to sub to keep it going.
Dad Lando probably knows
Great,
what's
guys.
going
Keep it
on.
going.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
a
and that's-
professional streamer.
Mostly
Yeah.
thanks to Chili.
Thanks, Chili.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks everybody for contributing
That's
and making that happen. That's cool. Lots of milestones today. So we have one more giveaway to do.
We do.
It is a
Good,
a
'cause I
freelancer
gotta go.
Dur. We've given away enough cutlasses as far as I'm concerned. I like Drake, but it's time for Misk to come in. And it's time for a freelancer Dur, the one that has a refinery on board that has extra long range fuel tanks.
Well, that's what
that
they
is
say.
Going to go out into the black and discover all kinds of stuff, and it's
Nope.
going to punch above. It's going to explore above its weight class. You will see.
Okay, I'm waiting to hit the button. So we start it now.
We'll start it.
Why
so
don't we
people
do
can
this?
enter.
Why don't we do this?
Hey, Firemaster, good to see you, man.
The Landos, not us. You've been like impelled into your family. I'm sorry, but the real Landos. Do you have anything else to add before we do this next giveaway? Like just anything you want to say.
You know, I had a lot of fun with this. This was pretty cool. I think it's amazing that you guys are doing this. I didn't know people did this sort of thing, and I think this is you guys have got something good here. I really do think that.
Thank
Well,
you.
we do love what we
Thanks,
do.
man. It is
And
a
we'd
lot of
love
fun.
to have you back on
It's a
with
lot of
video
fun.
next time.
Yeah.
We'll get it to work. We feel really bad because so Dad Lando evidently
close.
taught all of his sons everything they knew about IT, and we still couldn't get it to work. So
Yeah.
see, he laughs because he knows because we really struggle with this. I mean, we normally start late, but we were really late tonight. So, but
Yeah. Like
Good
25,
times.
30 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Last giveaway.
well, Dad Lando, anything you want to
Okay.
add?
Yeah.
Anything you want?
No, I'm fine. I'm amazed
Enjoying
at the
the
work
show?
you guys do. I'm enjoying the show for this time.
All right, here we go.
So good to have you on.
Firing it up. It is now live. Bank ship me. Freelancer Dur, my second favorite ship. Now you guys know.
Ooh, second favorite ship.
Yeah,
What's your
the-
first favorite ship?
well, the Vanguard.
Shad Lando.
All
the
of the
Vanguard, of
Vanguards.
course.
Yes, all
Vanguard,
the
yeah.
Vanguards. Yeah.
Was it a Dur or a miss?
No, the Dur. The Dur. I love the Dur because so this was the first time that you can ever sell information in a game and it's actually valuable, right? So like Eve, and I constantly go back to that because I spend so much time in that. Information was only like a wisp of value because there was so much of it. Now I feel like there's actually information is going to be really important and sold in various like microcosms of areas. So I'm really excited about it. And I feel like the Dur is going to be a really critical piece of that. So
So you
I'm
think the
looking forward
Dur
to it.
will be able to do some data transfer?
It's not the matter of that. It's a matter of the Dur is going to be able to get to the places and do the scanning that's necessary to get the information back
Yeah,
to
you'll
the
you'll
hubs.
sell that information. You're
Well-
not transporting information specifically other than
Right.
what you discovered.
You're bringing the bits of information back to a hub and then selling it.
That was my second ship after my
I knew I liked this guy.
My second was the Max.
Yeah, because you're a
Was the
hauler.
Max.
You're a
Yeah,
space
'cause I
trucker.
like the hauling.
You're,
But I
you're a
have a
space
Dur,
trucker and I'm an explorer.
Space
and
trucker.
I love it.
He's a
We're gonna
space
go out and have fun in our Durs. I know it.
trucker.
Ship giveaway. Let's do this. I gotta go.
All right, here we go. Closing entries.
It's almost 1:30 out here. I got
Picking
an
a
early appointment.
winner. Slippery. Are you here? Slippery nips.
Slippery net.
Oh, really?
Let's just say slippery.
Yes.
Hey, he's here. Slippery, no
Slippery nip
problem.
is in.
Let's go with slippery, no problem. All right, Slippery, get a hold of me in our Discord.
Get in the Discord and message.
One of
Shannon.
our awesome mods
Or
will post it
or
here
Stem.
shortly. If you're not already a part of it, hopefully you are.
Yeah. Get in touch with Shadow for all the giveaways
Yes, because he's the
tonight
victim.
because
I mean, he's the
Well,
guy.
he's
Who?
the guy that controls the funds.
Scary.
He's the treasurer of the show.
Yes.
I promise you, I have enough for my Scotch budget.
What he's trying to say is he doesn't skim from the top at all.
So, two things. Who are we rating? And any last thoughts? Since we
Well,
all have to go.
I'd like to thank Dad Lando for coming on again on the show.
Coming
as well
back
as for
on the
Bro
show.
Lando. Yeah, for Bro Lando for coming on the show.
Coming back on this show.
It's pretty special to have you on. First of all, you tell some really amazing stories, not just about Disco Lando, of course, but just in the way that you relate to the family that you have and how that connects to the verse. And one of the things that we really like to do on the show is highlight and spotlight different people's approaches and how they've been brought to the verse. And while you have a closer connection to Star Citizen and CIG than most do, it's been, for me, a real pleasure to spotlight yourself, a little bit of Disco, and of course Brolando, and also, and you guys have opened up a little bit on your relationship as well, which is kind of neat. So it's been very real, and it's been I just can't wait to spend more time with you guys in the verse, whether it's in passing or being on the same ship, etc.
Or drunk at CitizenCon, either way. Or having a few drinks.
All of the above.
Yes, very much so. So closing
Well,
closing
I'll
arguments.
bring Bro Lando with me. If CitizenCon happens to be in California, we'll be there.
That's the expectation.
Perfect.
It's going to be a good one.
Excellent.
Works for me.
Hopefully, a Squadron
So-
42 CitizenCon.
Any closing arguments? Let's start with obviously Bro Lando. Any closing arguments before we shift off onto a raid?
No, I'm good.
Good. Wow. So any appealing stories that we might want to know?
And no pokes at your brother before you go.
No pokes. Now's your chance. Now's your chance.
There was the time Jared talked me into pulling a fire alarm in a veterans hospital.
Whoops.
We're willing
Yeah.
to listen.
I believe it was like, I don't know, 87, 88 was the year. And I'm telling him how I'm hungry. So my mom gives him $2 to go to the
How old
vending
are
machine.
you? How old are you at this point?
I was probably five or six. I'm not quite sure. I believe
he was 5.
5. Okay. So my mom gives him money to go get me something from the vending machine. So instead of taking me to the vending machine, he pockets the money and points to the fire alarm and says, if you pull that, a candy bar will come out. So of course, I pull it, hear a loud noise, look over, and I hear this Joker-like cackling with a mullet waving in the wind as he's running down the hallway, going, "You're in trouble!" Just running down the hallway. Yeah, that was fun.
It was
Damn,
a wonderful
Lando.
inpatient experience for me in the VA
Oh, he's confirming it. He's confirming it. Oh, that's so good. This is
Yeah, that was fun.
this is why
Yeah,
we're
must-
here. So,
yeah.
Dan Lado, any comments on that or anything else you'd like to add?
My brother, there are a ton of stories. But, at this
clearly we
particular juncture, I know that you would want to have Disco on, so I will not comment at this particular time.
Well said. Well said.
We'll let him comment.
And that's probably fairer to Jared to have him on so he can
Yeah.
provide his side of things.
defend himself.
However, at CitizenCon, when we're all live, I expect us to have a rip-roaring time.
oh,
Sure,
we're gonna
that
have. I
sounds
feel
good.
like
We'll be
Xylo, the four of us plus Dad Lando. I feel like it's gonna be a thing at CitizenCon Live.
Yeah.
TBD. soon
Let's
to
make
become.
that happen.
Let's make that happen.
So Buster's running a Australia charity.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Very good.
Excellent. That's a great cause, and Buster's an amazing host.
Yes. That's
So
gonna be a
let's
great
make
one to
a
raid
lot
with.
of noise. We're
So-
gonna do a
so-
raid.
The raid has started, guys, so everybody get ready for that. Let Buster know when you get in there exactly what you think of her. If you haven't heard of Buster, she's just an amazing individual, and the fact that she's doing something for all those drop bears, the koalas, and the kangaroos. I
Awesome
shouldn't say jokes at
Australia
the same
stuff.
time. That's great because they really do need it. Thank you again.
The Landos,
to
dude, you
the
guys
Lando
rock.
family for coming
Thank
on.
you so much for being here.
Glad to be here.
Good to have
Always.
you. Here.
Always.
Soon there
And-
will be more.
And for those of you that are going to stick around for the rest of the week and really keep up to date on Star Citizen news, we've got on Thursday inside Star Citizen, we've got Orison clothing designs coming. So we're going to learn a little bit more about what the clothing is, what the fashion is, and what
We'll
the
go
hop
over
up
all
is
this next
up on
week.
Orison. And then, of course, on Friday, you get the RSI newsletter, the roadmap update, and Star Citizen Live, which has Sean Tracy answering questions about the Themis War, which is an amazing game mode, which we got a chance to play. So super excited
Should
to see
be
it.
very
explore.
interesting.
We also have, with the few seconds we have left, we have upcoming The Few next week. We've got Buster the Destroyer and Mazo the week after that. We've got Chris Harrow the week after that. We've got Miss Hearts the following week, and we are lining up more shows. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye bye now.
Jesus Christ, did you just cut that fucking so terribly short? You're like the worst broadcaster ever. Draw
I love you,
it
Shadow.
out. No, I mean, it's drawn out. Jesus. No, it was awesome. Dude, seriously. Lando's.
That was a great show.
All the
That was
Landos,
awesome.
including all the Landos.
You guys
that
have
were-
a great-
Dude,
that was a great
you
show.
are fucking awesome.
Good
Thank
having you
you
on, bro, Lando.
I mean,
Thank you very
yeah.
much.
We're gonna get your video working next time. You're gonna come back with video. So
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
don't
make sure it
know. It
happens.
was working in Zoom, and all of a
I
sudden,
know
it
it's
decided.
so freaking
Yeah,
weird.
these things, yeah, it happens. I was having trouble early on myself. It's just weird compatibility issues sometimes.
No, it's
Well, I gotta get-
we'll
I
make
gotta
it
get
work.
to bed.
Yeah,
Good night,
Jordan.
everybody. It
Thanks,
was
buddy.
great.
Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Good
No,
night, Jordan.
seriously.
Good night.
Yeah, bro, Dan, bro. I keep it. Oh yeah, bro, Lando, down, Lando. Dude, I love doing this show with you guys because it's like
guys take
it's such
care.
a great perspective for
Good
us
night,
to
good
have
night,
that.
Dad Lando. Great to
But
hear
yeah.
from you, man. Good to talk. And let me know about your computer stuff if you need some help on that.
I will.
Totally happy to help out.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Ah, that was good.
Yeah, buddy. Never bad.
Every time the show cuts and you guys keep talking, it always shits me because I'm like, the audio's still going. It's because I'm listening in Discord.
Yeah.
Only with
What's
like
worse is
Shadow
when
going,
we,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, right. And what's worse is sometimes we forget to shut off the recording, even though
There's
the
no
rate has gone
recording.
over. Right. Well, you have to end the stream, right? Once it goes to raid, we often